What is up, everybody?
Hi.
What up?
So we got Jared Feathers here. We got Dr. Mike. You guys have been the highly anticipated, asked about guests on the podcast because of two reasons. One, Nick did not shut the fuck up about either one of you. And number two, he didn't shut the fuck up so much that he got me suckered in to doing this RP hypertrophy training. And now I don't shut the fuck up about it. So he's talked about it so much on this podcast. There's a lot of questions that I have for you, a lot of questions I get asked regarding your stuff. So can you guys kind of give, I'm going to go right into it. Like, give me some backstory. Like, how did this whole thing, like, did Mike start it and ask Jared? Did you guys collectively start it together? Like the name, like the actual methodology behind it? Like how did you guys come up with this style of training and the app and all that kind of stuff? Because I don't know any of it.
Totally. It's a really short story. It's 1988. I was in a club in Miami, and I was there trying to get laid with, bitches. You feel me? Because I'm a straight man.
Is this a joke?
No,
guys, you're gonna hear this shit all podcast.
So I was there, and I'm looking at hoes, right? I'm talking about females, and I'm like, yeah, she's cool. She could fuck. I could get with that. And then I see, like, I don't know what it is. He's got like a velour suit on. It's like dark blue. He's by the fucking bar. He's like talking to someone with his shoulders like this, little waist like that. And I was like, oh my God, that's IFBB pro Jared Feather. And fellas, I just had to have it. So 18 hours of nasty fucking sex between two men later, we were smoking cigarettes in bed, and I was like, you want to make like a training app? And he's like, what? I'm like, training app. You want to make one? He's like, give me a cigarette.
Like, it's 1988. Anybody hardly knows what the internet is yet.
Yeah, okay, fine, dude. Just like, here's my number. Call me about the app or whatever the fuck that is. And then we didn't meet for another, 30 years. But then we got it fucking made.
That's it.
Easy.
Jared, that's the
best story I ever heard right there.
I remember it a little differently, and there was some.
Oh, please! You remember some romance, don't you?
I believe I said no a few times, but one.
Did you light a candle? Did you light a candle?
I said no a few times. I remember me saying no, but we ended up in bed.
I mean, yes, in these days.
It sounds so much like yes. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Like he's saying no, but all you hear is yes. I mean, she. Whatever.
So
you guys been to jail before, right?
Hey, listen.
Hey. Anyway, do you guys want a serious answer, I suppose?
Well, I mean, that one's actually pretty. That one's pretty fucking phenomenal.
How am I supposed to top that?
Besides, Jared in '88 was bigger than I was at the top of my career, and I'm 41 and older than him. So I'm trying to do the math.
Does that work? It's all time machines, fellas. Anyway, yeah. So, back in a few years back, I wrote a book with a few colleagues called The Scientific Principles of Hypertrophy Training, Scientific Principles of Strength Training. And we broke strength training down as like a set of rules. And during that time, like we did with diet, I kind of realized writing the book that I was like, there's a set of rules that I can code into mathematics that a computer can understand and that it can execute them. And we didn't write a strength training app. Actually, our friend Chad Wesley Smith did that, and he's got a great app called Juggernaut AI, which makes you strong. Later, we wrote a book called, at that point, we just didn't know enough about hypertrophy training to really codify it into mathematical logic, because there's just too many open-ended questions. We just didn't know enough from the research or even from training ourselves. There's just too many things up in the air. Do you want to interrupt my?
I was going to say, it's going to sound stupid, but I think some people actually don't know what hypertrophy means. So.
Yeah. Oh, dope. Yeah. So, just getting jacked, just fucking bigger. Yeah. So I'll just say it in plain language. So at some point, after writing the book, when we wrote the book, we were like, oh, okay, we actually can make some sense out of this. We wrote out some app logic, some colleagues and I, and Jared was involved in.
Yeah, that's
Jared co-authored the book.
Get it closer.
Fucking books. Fucking nerds.
Can we do the hardback still?
I don't know, bro. I don't know shit.
That might be my side chest on the cover. No big deal.
Hey, why is your nipple getting vascularized? What does it feed?
Why is your nipple like a Hershey Kiss?
Ooh.
Funny, right?
A lot of Jared's nipples in Miami in '88, but I digress. So basically, once we wrote the book, we wrote the code logic for the app, and because we have a diet app at RP, we were trying to make that better. And for a while, we didn't make the hypertrophy app, the training app. But I guess about a year and a half ago, we decided, okay, we hunker down. And we have a team of engineers at our company that make our apps for us. And they're fucking brilliant and amazing. And we got together with them and we made a sort of test version of this. Nick had the luck, quote unquote, of using the test version.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
yeah, he was he was
Okay.
like subject 002, you know, like that mutant that comes out of the fucking wall at the military installation, and it's like he's offline, and the soldiers are trying to kill him,
Universal
but he like
Soldier.
cyber blasts
Universal
them.
Soldier. Remember that movie?
Literally exactly that movie, dude. That was a fucking sweet movie.
See that?
Was.
Only
I grew up with that
OGs.
shit.
Only OGs know that was what was that? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes,
That was made,
Dolph
that was made
Lundgren.
before the 90s.
Oh,
wasn't
Don
it?
Lundgren. You're right. Yes, you're right. You're right.
That was made before the 90s, I assume.
Hey Jared, shut the fuck up. We all know you a young ass motherfucker that hates
how
all
old
this
are you?
old shit.
30.
Me, Jared,
No, Jared.
30.
Oh, you're 30, 29. Mike, how old are you?
39.
I'm the oldest one here. I'm 41.
Fuck,
You guys are the same age.
more or
I'm the
less.
youngest.
No, I'm not asking my joints.
That's right.
Asking my joints.
So anyway, we got the app built, it worked, and I remember using it the first few times, and I was like, fuck, like I don't really want to work out without this anymore. It was kind of like sex with a condom. Once you put on that condom, fellas, it feels so good to be in that condom. You know what I'm saying? You never want to fucking take that condom off ever again because of safety. It's the safety that feels great. Am I right? I like Nick's face during that was like, huh? Isn't that backwards? No, Nick, wear a condom, goddammit. Jared, how many kids you got out of wedlock?
They're out
Zach,
there.
he doesn't even know.
He's like this. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm
I'm
out.
out.
I'm
So
not-
anyway, we launched the app as a beta. It's still a beta, but it's a paid beta, so you pay money for it. It's like Tesla's self-driving, except it's not nearly as cool. And boom, it's an app. And basically it just like you essentially construct your workout. We got a bunch of templates that help it do it for you. And then the best thing the app does is two things. One is it based on how you rate the shit, how hard it is, how much it fucks you up. It'll increase or decrease how much volume you're using and shit like that. So it's like if it's not cooking you, it'll cook you if you want. If it's overcooking you, you're like, dude, back off, and it takes it easy. So it listens to you. And the second thing I think it does pretty well is it kind of puts your feet to the fire on progressions. Like last week, you deadlifted 275 for reps. This week, if you don't use an app, it's totally cool. You get super effective training. It's awesome. The app is an enhancer. It's not like this revolutionary thing. I'm Jared and I are real as fuck about this shit. We're not trying to sell people snake oil. It's a fucking dope product. It's not going to revolutionize your shit. It's going to make it better though, right? Like condoms, am I right?
Yeah,
So
you have evidence.
no, wait.
Like the people that should be wearing condoms, you mean?
That's right. But the app, like let's say you deadlift 275 last week and it felt pretty fucking heavy. This week you come in without the app, you could be a tough motherfucker and be like, fuck it, 280, let's go. But you could be like, I don't know, my joints, I got a show coming up, you take it easy. And maybe that's the right thing to do, but it's probably not. And so the app is a fucking computer, so it goes 280. And when you see 280 with the same reps you hit last week, and it says match these fucking reps, you got to be like, God damn it. Because there's no, like, you can talk yourself out of some shit or into some shit. But when a machine tells you, hey, you want progress? Next week, you do 5 more pounds for the same fucking reps. It's this like tidal wave of reality hitting your bitch ass. And you're just like, fuck, I got to do this shit. And then when you do it, you're like, how the fuck did I survive that? And then you get bigger.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not just telling you, it's telling you based off the feedback you provided it. So it's saying, no, you definitely can do this because you're telling me, this is how your pump was, this is how your soreness was, your joints felt like this, you're good, you can do it. So it's literally like a computer telling you, yes, you can absolutely do this, and then you gotta be like, well, shit, I probably can.
Yeah.
So
Now, Nick, I know Nick was, it's weird because you guys got Nick as like, we'll call him like,
the guinea pig.
Guinea pig, right? You got test subject number 2. And Nick was one of the very few people that was his size, his age, with that strength. And he was kind of training in a way that fit that RP hypertrophy anyway, because he was training with very slow negatives from the moment that I became friends with him. He never was super fast with his eccentric or concentric movement. And this made it even more obvious when he trained, especially when he did the video like, oh, you think you can train 100-pound dumbbells? Like, you
That was a sweet video.
Did you guys, because I know Nick didn't always, but I know for a majority of it, he did, the slow eccentric and explosive concentric, is that something you both believed in and followed? Or is this, as time went on through the app, you developed that? Or was that your methodology as you both were developing the app or developing your bodybuilding career? And were you guys friends this whole time? And how did you guys connect into this whole RP hypertrophy enterprise?
I'll answer that first part. Like, the concepts behind how muscle grows the best and what the app is helping you do are kind of different. So the integration of my helping Nick through a few sessions and saying like, no, you have more fucking depth than you, or you can control the eccentric better, or you can be more forceful in the concentric. Same thing that I did with you, Guy, when we got on the phone and I was like, look, the app's going to tell you to do stuff, but if you could train how you trained back 15 years ago and use the app, but you're probably going to run yourself into the ground the same way you might if you were trying to train like Branch Warren through your whole career, per normal. So most of that was my coaching on the side with Nick and helping him out there with just the training aspect. Me and Mike have, as the research has came more evident that slow eccentrics and that training at long muscle lengths is really good. We've really kind of pushed into that more and more. So even 10 years ago, I was training very similar. Like you said, like Nick's always kind of trained with really good control and stuff. I was the same way. I realized that jerking shit around a whole bunch didn't do too much for you and it got you hurt quite a bit. And you learn that in powerlifting too. So we've always kind of trained that way, but we lean more and more into it as our training careers progress. So if you do go into the app, you can learn this on your own because you'll notice that some of the videos are me doing some of the exercises and I'm using that same cadence. So it's like if you go on there and see a lat pull down, it's like, this is exactly how I'm doing a lat pull down when I train. And you can see that. Most people don't do that probably. So we also have other means to teach people about those types of concepts, like the book. We make all kinds of posts. Nick has been making an amazing post about how you don't fucking press 150s. So that's more of people having to really want to do better. And if somebody's using this app, more than likely they're like, shit, I know I'm leaving shit on the table. So I'm going to reach out to those means and those people who are saying the right things and learn how to train properly. And then the app is also like, this is how you progress properly. So they're kind of two different concepts, but how Mike was talking about with the codified approach to training and how we integrated all that into the app and how all that works. That's the app. And then training properly is, well, now you got to learn how to train properly. So
Yeah.
Nick, what is, besides it being an app and tracking stuff, what is the number one thing that you find that's beneficial for you as a bodybuilder with the app?
With the app,
like not like, oh, I love the app because I can track things.
I think for me, it's knowing when to pull back and not push so hard. Because I'm a go type person, you know that. So that it gives me that little, week to kind of be like, okay, I think it's time to reel it back a little bit, let your body chill, and then push again. But I think that was the main thing for me.
Now, question for you, Nick, and this is obviously for you, but Mike and Jared might answer it. Because you're dieting, my mesocycle was a 6 and 1 or a 5 and it was a 6 and
5 and 1.
5 to 1 paradigm.
5 and 1. Now, would you do a deload during a prep?
Yes, they do.
Okay. No, I know, but would you, because if I was dieting, I would be like, I can't deload. I'm prepping. Like, there's no way I could back off. Like, I got to go full steam ahead. Like, I can't do a deload. Like, do you do that or do you follow and deload? Because I'm not saying I wouldn't now, but I know back in my day, I was like, no, you got to go. There's no pulling back. You got to.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you. Like, would you deload?
Okay. No, I'll be honest. For me, I don't deload. What I do is, let's just say if I'm doing, we'll say a leg press and I'm doing just 3 fucking banger sets.
Yep.
I might just do 1.
Okay.
But the intensity is still extremely high to where like I'm still getting what I need out of it. I just backed off some sets.
Gotcha. Okay. So what about if you were off season? Would you then follow the deload?
Yeah, I would still do the same thing. Yeah.
No, because for me, I follow that deload to the T. I did exactly what that deload told me to do. It was like I was doing like 4 reps, and I was like, I
See,
texted. I'm like,
I think
can I move up these fucking these rest periods on my deload? I'm like, because I'm like itching to like do more.
no, I think, like I said, for me, I understand the benefit of a deload. I think it's very important to know how to do it properly. But if I just want to take time off, I'm just going to take a few extra days off.
Yeah.
And I remember me and Jared talked about that, like before it was a trip for Canada. I basically did push pull legs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much a deload. I did like one set of everything, and then while I was in Canada, I just took the rest of the week off. And then when I came back, everything got going.
So that's
for prep.
exactly. So I followed the deload like I told Jared, and then this week he's like, when are we doing the meso? I was like, I'm in Florida. I don't want to set my mesocycle up in a gym that doesn't have all the equipment that my gym has. So I wanted to use this as like a week just to kind of like do whatever. However, I'm training, but I'm not training the way I used to. I'm training the way I've been following the app with the very slow eccentrics because I don't want to fall back into old patterns and then restart again. So even though I'm just doing my own thing this week, everything that I do is kind of based off of what I've learned thus far from the app. Now, Mike, for you, because I know you're like, and I know Jared says it too, but I see you do it a lot. You almost like over exaggerate that full range of motion, like big time. Now for somebody, for me, because I've had conversations with Jared about it, I have bad shoulders. So for me, sometimes doing that full range of motion is very painful for me. Do you still think it's beneficial to do the full range if you feel pain? Because you can say that you can say that you're deloading, but you're deloading because you're going full range of motion because it hurts, but it hurts because you're doing it the right way, not because you're in pain.
Yeah, it's a really good question. So if you came to me and you told me all these things, and I was like your personal trainer or whatever in person, what I would first try to ascertain is whether or not your technique was very good. If you have bad technique and you're reporting that you have joint pain, it's not really a surprise to anyone. Like, yeah, no wonder, motherfucker, you're doing this shit wrong. So if we teach you to do it right and we play with a couple of different positions, hands and feet and shoulders and elbows, and all of them, the right ways of doing it result in shoulder pain or whatever, let's say, any kind of joint pain. It's a joint pain that doesn't get better as you do more sets, warm up, it gets worse. And it gets worse as you get closer to failure and gets worse with every rep. Okay. And you tell me like, look, like I've had like 18 surgeries on this shoulder and fucking 19 on this other one.
Yep.
Then I'm going to be inclined to say that we have to find a technique that does as much effective stimulus as possible while at the same time not giving you any shoulder pain. So we'd probably like not have you pull as high or come down as low or whatever. Now, truth be told, would you be able to get as much muscle growth out of those suboptimal techniques? No. You'd be able to go close. You'd do a good job. You wouldn't be able to get as much. And if you were like, well, how do I get just as much muscle growth out of my fucked up shoulders? The reality is like answering the question of like, how do I get a formula cart to do the usual speed it does, but with like go-kart tires? Like there's no answer to that question. You just like, don't fuck up your shoulders. And if they're fucked up, you got to work around and understand that you're not going to be able to do your very, very fucking best that you used to do with great shoulders, but you can do something pretty fucking decent and get meaningful growth, but you got to work around the injury if it is confirmed to be an injury. Most times when people are like, oh, my knees hurt when I hack squat, that's usually because they hack squat fucking wrong. Or you teach them to hack squat right, it irritates their knees because it's such a new pattern for them. And after several weeks of doing it, warming up properly, the knees hurt less and less and less, and then they don't hurt at all. So there's also that situation. But you basically have to find out, like, is there some shit actually wrong? And if there is, then you can back away and modify the technique. But modifying the technique is not the first thing you want to do in most cases.
Okay. And that makes sense because like for me, I was able to actually overextend on my chest press where it didn't help. And then I was able to fully extend with less pain. But when I was doing like lats, the overextension on lats above my head was fucking was treacherous on me, like would just kill. Mike, just touch on the overstretching a little bit again, where you were like the overstretching and as far as like having pain, shoulder pain, joint pain.
Yeah, it's you got to realize first, is it a technique thing? And if you can change your technique for the better or modify your technique a little bit, grab a little narrower, grab a little wider, shit like that. If you can get rid of the pain that way, then don't cut the range of motion first. Try to get the better technique. But if there's something distinctly wrong with your joints and the doctor's like, look, yeah, you can't move into this range of motion because there's like cartilage missing and shit, then I would say probably try to stay away from things that hurt and modify your technique to lower range of motion that's still as effective as it can be, but nonetheless doesn't cause you pain. So like, no, you shouldn't have constant joint pain in the gym. And like, you'll see like older guys, like they'll come in, start leg pressing, and they'll wrap their knees with like fucking like powerlifting wraps, and like, fucking gotta do it, brother. It's the only thing keep my knees together. I'm like, no, you don't know how to lift weights and you're too stupid to figure out how the leg press works. So the knee wraps are gonna take the slack for you. You ideally should not have a crazy amount of joint pain from training unless you earn that shit by getting fucking injuries, and shit happens. Like, we get older, we get hurt, and then you got to start working around the shit. But if it can't be because your technique sucks, so that's something you got to fix first.
So
I'm gonna
I
take
said,
it back to the deload thing.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Especially since like we're here as educators in the fitness industry, obviously, like that's what we do for people. And me and Nick are boys, so I'm gonna call Nick out a little bit.
Oh shit, Jerry, are you sure about this?
I like
Absolutely.
you just became a little closer of a friend now.
Nick says he doesn't deload, but I just want people, because we are here to educate you guys on what everything means, and like we're all using this colloquial language and it all means the same fucking shit. Nick's saying I just rested, I just did this. No, Nick deloaded. That's just what it was. It's deloads and fatigue management periods, like maintenance periods or active rest, deload. All these things are just terms that we use. It's vernacular, sports science vernacular, because we're sports scientists. We're just using it to describe what that is. Words mean things. So what Nick is saying is, well, I just took 3 lighter days and I rested for the other 3. I'm like, yeah, for sure. That's a deload. So Nick, you do deload. It's just
That's
a
my
different
form
kind
of a
deload.
deload. Yeah.
Yes. A
Yeah,
deload.
100%. But that's what it is. It's just it's a period in time in which you're taking this little chunk of time, whatever that is, 5 days, 7 days. It doesn't have to be a week all the time. There's these things called what does John like to call those? The deload.
Who the fuck is John?
John Jewett.
Oh, I don't know anyone named Jew anything. You feel me? Ha ha. Is that cool to say on the podcast?
I have no problem with racial or ethnic or.
I'm allowed to say it. I feel like you guys are all fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, deload you'll take whenever you feel like a lot of fatigue coming on for like a single body part. Like sometimes that happens too.
Now, how do you determine how long a deload should be? Is it
I like
your body feels?
I like a week because it one, with what you want to do with a deload, which is replenish substrates, reduce fatigue. There's a whole bunch of things that go into fatigue, and all these things you're trying to basically repair. So like whether that's joint stress, so like maybe you deloaded more in your career and stuff like that, maybe the joint issues wouldn't be so bad. Like I've deloaded basically since I've started training, and I've rarely ran into any joint pain whatsoever on any exercise. Maybe like some weird tennis shit every now and again if I'm doing too much lateral delt with dumbbells and strict tricep extensions plus lat pull downs plus pull ups plus a lot of dick sucking. Throwing that in as well. But so we're just giving terminology to things that people probably already do anyway. And if they're not doing it, then their body's fucking doing it for them. Because how many times have you had an injury in your career where you're like, fuck, I got to take a week off? And that's one of the, it's like when Mike was my professor back in the day, that's one of the things that I really enjoyed was a quote that he said was, if you don't take time to deload, your body will do it for you. And that's always been the case. As I've looked around and seen these anecdotes in the gym with all these hardcore guys who like to swing their dick around and whatever they're doing in the gym, they're always, it's an injury. They're like, oh yeah, well I did this like last month. That's why you haven't seen me in the gym for like 2 weeks. I'm like, huh? Maybe you
deloaded, quote unquote.
So what Nick does is he, like, when people say listen to your body and shit, like I hate all these like fucking broy terms, but that's what he's doing. He's listening to his body and he's understanding that he is fucked up and he needs a little bit of time to make sure that he can train hard again for the rest of his prep. So he is doing deloads in his massing periods and his prep periods. It's just those first 3 days, he's making sure he's applying a pretty damn good stimulus with a couple of sets here and there. And then those last 3 days, like he did in Canada, off completely. And that's totally a fine way to deload. I'm fine with prescribing that to a client. If they want to combine, if they usually train 5 days a week and they want to combine 2 of those days into one session, that's the cool thing about the app too. Like, just to put that out there, you could completely skip a week. So if you get to that point and the first 3 days you hit them hard, and you can just skip the next 3 days. You can literally go in and hit end week, end session, end
That's what you had me do, because remember I had to switch my days up a little bit, and you're like, just end the session.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Mike, because you touched on shoulder pain too. So my doctor, or my PT, Dr. Jeremy,
Is he a Jew?
I go full range of motion when I'm pressing. What'd you say?
Is he a Jew?
No, he's not a Jew.
Oh, that sucks, dude. You're in bad hands, bro. Is he at least Indian or some shit like that?
From Jeremy. Dr. Jeremy.
Good enough.
So I can do full range all the way and push and get like okay pain. But I asked my PT, I'm like, Doc, I go, do you think that's bad because how bad my shoulders are? And he goes, even though you think you can do it and there's not a lot of pain, he was like, I wouldn't go all the way down. He's like, your shoulder. That's why that was the day I sent you, Dr. Mike, the X-rays of my shoulder. I go, this is how bad my shoulder.
You've sent me a lot of pictures over the years, haven't you, guy?
Listen, maybe from a different number, maybe from a burner phone.
That's not me, bro.
You got the wrong mic.
I'm just saying, if you pulled your pants down, I'd be able to tell who you are by your dick.
Hey, listen,
which one of us are you talking to, Jared?
that one little birthmark you got. Don't think you're hiding it.
Oof.
But do you think like my X-ray shows my shoulders are horrible, but when it comes to pressing, I'm able to press with not a lot of pain if I do it a certain way, but the doc is like, you're going to progressively make it worse, even though you don't feel the pain because your shoulders are that bad. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, so I got a lot to say about that. First, almost always a good idea to listen to your primary care doctor. And so I just like, you can seek a second opinion, but the default is like the doctor knows their shit. They went to school for a long time for a reason. They didn't go to fake gym class doctor school like I did. And then the second thing is, if you have pain that is demonstrably the result of macro mechanical damage that is not reparable, like your shit is fucked up, like you got fucking monkey wrench in there going like this, then the doctor can say, look, you're physically making it worse by training. It's not up for debate. Yeah, I wouldn't fucking do that shit. I would stick to shit that is pain-free or very minimal in pain. There are many conditions in which pain doesn't really correlate to actual damage, and you can get used to it and eventually get no pain at all. Pain is a huge, what's called psychosomatic component. I'm really sure how much of it comes from, I mean, technically all of it's brain shit. How much of it is like, the shit is actually fucked versus how much of it is like, you just feel like it's fucked. If you did it a little bit longer and you used lower weights and you control that technique, after a while it hurts less and less and less. And you come back to your doctor, he looks at your x-ray, he's like, well, your shoulder looks about the same. How you're training? You're like, dude, I'm doing all the shit I was not able to do before. Your doctor's probably going to be like, dope, keep it up, motherfucker. Get out of my office, bitch. And you're like, why the fuck are you being so rude to me, doc? And he's like, hey, whatever, fuck you. Actually, I've been meaning to do this. I have like
you don't need me no more.
I have a very well developed Italian, New Jersey, New York guy impression that I just can't wait to do it. it's like coming out of me. You know?
Wait, like, can you hit me with it without like just come out during the podcast? Don't let me know when it's coming. Just come out with it.
Great. Nick, where are you from? You're from New Jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
Great. You get the same impression. All you motherfuckers are the same.
Wait, where are you from originally, Mike?
Russia.
No.
Way. Yeah. It
you
sucks.
Don't even
it's
have
a shitty time to be from Russia.
Like an accent.
Like Russian accent, yes. Yeah, no, I got here. I was 7 years old when I came through, so I'm like the ultimate spy and shit because I can meld with you motherfuckers. Yeah, I speak Russian and shit too. It's just trippy. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's a trip.
So when did you move to the States?
1991. You must have been about 52 at the time.
So this would be 2 years before we had me, right?
We are 3 years apart. And all I gotta do is if I just clean this up, I'm 23. So
That's it.
Take little gray away, bro. So damn. So how? So I'm gonna ask questions. We're on a podcast. If it comes to my mind, how was it living in Russia?
So my childhood wasn't terrible, but it's communism, which doesn't work, sucks. So like my parents and I would stand in like 2 hours in line for bread, and then like you get there and they're like, there's no more bread, so you just go home, shit like that. we my dad was a atmospheric physicist and my mom was a translator, and together we made the same amount of money as like someone who like sweeps the streets and shit. That was kind of cool. There's no such thing as credit or credit cards, and we had our total net worth was enough that if we had zero money we could buy one car. So we just didn't have. We were like some of the in the wealthier class of people in Russia. We lived in Moscow. And parents were educated, and we were in 1991 on not sufficiently wealthy to buy a single family car. We sold all of our possessions and everything we had. We came to America, and that got us like $2,000 or $3,000 American total. And like we showed up with $400 to our family, and a few other things came later. And like, yeah, Russia fucking blows. There wasn't that many different colors of clothes. Most of the clothes were blacks and browns and things like that, and grays. Coca-Cola was something you got like on occasion. Fuck, when I got to America the next day, we realized bananas were almost free, and bananas came to Russia like a few times a year, and they were tiny and yellow, and you would buy as many of them as you could, and you'd put them under your bed and shit so they could ripen up. So they were a delicacy. You got almost never, and they were super expensive. So I got here, ate so many bananas that I still to this day don't like bananas, because I ate like 50 in one day, and I was like permanently retired from bananas. So yeah, it was, it was a shithole, but you know what I'm saying? It made me hard or some shit. I don't know.
So how old were you when you left?
7 years old.
So did you have like a lot of hardships at 7, or did you just realize, hey, I don't ever want to be in a place where I have to wait in line for food or be struggling?
Yeah. So my parents brought my sister and I over. My sister was 9 at the time, and my grandma came with us as well. And they realized like shit was circling the drain over there, and they had read about America and about capitalism, and they were like, it's just better over there. And so we heard crazy stories about America. I heard that like you like drinking fountains had Coca-Cola coming out of them instead of water, which I guess like you could totally install that in your house if you wanted, but it's ridiculous because to us it was we also thought like people they told us that they washed the streets with like soap, and we were like we were just baffled. Everything that could have been true about America was. I'll tell you this, in 1990, they opened the only McDonald's in Russia at the time, in Moscow, which was a city we lived in. And we waited in line for an hour and a half. I remember waiting in that line to go to McDonald's. And we bought I think 2 hamburgers and 1 vanilla milkshake, because that's all, like that was a lot of money to buy that. And my mom like cut up the hamburgers, and my sister and I each got like a quarter or half a hamburger or something, and a couple of sips of shake. And that regular hamburger, it was not a cheeseburger, regular McDonald's hamburger and a couple sips of vanilla shake was up to that moment in time, like it was all the food that I had ever eaten tasted this good, and this tasted 10 times better. It was incomparable. It was a religious experience. I was like, oh my God, how is it possible shit tastes this good? And we got to America, and I was never disappointed a day since. You know, if we got to go to war with China or whatever, give me that AK, baby. I'm in. I mean, M4, whatever the fuck we use in the military. I don't give a fuck. Fellas, you feel me? I'll use any gun.
That's so you're like, would you consider yourself like a hardcore American now?
My dad is, in the state of Michigan, one of the biggest contributors to the Republican Party, and he doesn't really like the Republican Party as much anymore because he's so pro-Trump. He's just a Trump guy at this point. My mom yells at me that I got to be with Trump or I'm a delusional leftist. Politically, I'm personally a libertarian. I'm for freedom and shit like that. I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, America's fucking great, man. I fucking love America. I've since becoming all RP and whatever, sports scientist guy and YouTube shit. I've been all around the world. There's tons of great places. America is absolutely the fucking unbelievable. I fucking love it. Every time I come back to America, I breathe that fucking freedom.
That's awesome. Jared, what about you? Because you don't live in this. You're not from the States.
I'm from the States.
He's from a very special state called Missouri.
You're not from our part, mine and Nick's part.
I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Missouri.
You're not from
Missouri.
the
You guys, do you guys know about Jared's childhood?
Jesus fucking Christ.
No.
Dude, fuck the app or whatever the fuck we were supposed to talk about. Motherfuckers need to hear about this shit. His childhood is Jared. Give us some highlights. Give us a quick reel.
My family just came from a very long line of like alcoholics, drug addicts, you name it. My last name was a bad word if you went to school. I was kicked out of class multiple times.
What was your last name?
Feather.
That's
Just like
No, he's saying it was like a known, like that if you were a feather. you
Oh,
were bad news.
I was gonna say, did you change your last name?
Yeah. His last name also started with an F, but it was something we can't say anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, you know, before me, all my uncles and aunts and stuff were kicked out of class for doing stupid shit, kicked out of school. My uncle owned a meth lab. Like, I saw all that shit growing up. I took care of my whole entire family since I was like 13 years old. Grew up super poor, on disability, six siblings, my mom. You know, this white trash trailer park bullshit. Evicted from all our homes, like bank closing on house, you know, all that crazy shit.
But you always had food to eat, right?
No, I had to. So from 13 to 15, before I could get a job, you couldn't get a job till 15.
Mike
I-
gives $0.
Yeah, no. I mean, we talk about this shit. It's a fun joke. It's nice. Um, I would I knew we wouldn't have food, so we would get food stamps on the 4th sometimes because sometimes they would just take it away randomly. Again, they didn't like our family, so they just any of the people who actually need government assistance was like my family would fit that criteria perfectly. But because people in the town were the ones in charge of giving that out, they would just take it away from us sometimes because they didn't like us. So like sometimes we had food stamps, and if we did, we'd come on the 4th, and the food would all be gone by the 6th because we were starving by that time. So I would, from like the second week of the month to the end of the month, just be stealing food so I could help my family eat food. And I would do all kinds of other stupid shit, just like crazy. I basically took care of my family since I was a kid.
So how did you end up where you at? Like, how is it now? Like, are you close with them? Did they like fix themselves and like mature and realize that, or like, how are things now? Like, are you, I'm like, you know, it's hard because I have my training partner was in and out of orphanages. His mom doesn't really help him. He has no idea who his dad has been gone since he was 5. He looks at me like a father figure. Like he doesn't have anybody. So like, you know, I have people from all different walks of life. You know, I have, you know, friends that have lost both parents, friends that like been really, you know, in jail for years and come out to, so like to have different, like I had a very loving family growing up. My mom and dad were phenomenal humans. However, we were lower middle class. My parents didn't have a lot of money. So like the struggles that I have, I look at as struggles. Then I hear somebody like you or Mike who's waiting in line for food stamps, waiting in line for bread. And I say I'm lower middle class, and you guys are saying you're steps below me as far as that. I never had to wait in line for food. So I hear shit like that. And I'm like, man, you're sitting where you are with trophies behind you. Mike's this fucking scientist with built, like created this, that, like you guys came from nothing, created something fucking pretty dramatic. That's whether you guys win an Olympia or millionaires, like you guys are sitting in a house with roofs over your heads, with accolades, feathers in your caps, no fucking pun intended, but you guys are doing pretty good from where you came from. So that's like a testament to who you guys are as human beings, not bodybuilders. I think that in itself is pretty fucking cool.
Notice, Guy, first of all, thank you so much. Notice Nick's been oddly quiet during this whole sharing how fucked up our childhoods were. Nick's probably like, I mean, I grew up like,
He's like, I grew up with a sandow in my hand, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. I had we didn't call them servants. We just called them the help. I didn't know any of their names, but my bed was always made. I had gourmet meals.
He called it the help.
No, I'm just.
You hit the help button.
I like to listen.
But yeah, no, they same living. You know, once you have that generation poverty mindset, it's really hard to break it. I was probably the only one in my family too. They still, even so, I just flat out. I send half my salary home to my mom, so I still help my family out a ridiculous amount. And
are you close with them, or you just help them?
I'm close to some of them. So like a few of my siblings, like just drug addicts that I've tried to help, and you can't help somebody like that unless they want it. So you got to quit letting it kind of inject the venom into you, so that you're ruining your life. So I've disconnected with a few of them, help a lot of them, most of them, my mom especially. Last year I got to help them quite a bit, which was nice. But it sucks because I almost feel like a parent sometimes, and like the day-to-day mindset is hard for somebody who's that, like you said, you grew up lower middle class too. So it was always living paycheck to paycheck for you guys probably. And that's something that's very hard to break out of a cycle. So even when I'm sending money, it's like, I feel like they still kind of have a lot of that. Like no forward thinking, no opportunity costs, just like, this is what's in front of me right now, but not in the mindfulness kind of way. Just like, so. Yeah.
Did any of your mindsets transfer over into why you guys wanted to become a bodybuilder, or did it involve that have any involvement in your decisions as to where you guys are currently from where you came from? Like Mike, being in Russia, the communist country. Jared, you obviously suffering from not eating, like bodybuilding. You have to eat a lot of food. Mike had to had to take a plane ride here and start from scratch. Do you think some of those life lessons parlayed over into who you guys are as bodybuilders? Not people, but bodybuilders. Did you learn lessons that you use in bodybuilding that you took away from your childhood?
I wonder. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I learned anything as a kid in Russia for bodybuilding, but yeah, I got bullied like just a few times when I was in school. And like some kids get bullied and then they like go play with their friends after and they just forget about it. I think that's the healthy thing to do. I wasn't bullied a lot. I was bullied a few times and it just never, ever, ever left. It never left my head. There's at least one person that if I ever see again, I'm never going to recognize since the last time I saw him was like 10. Like, there's like a 50-50 chance I'm going to throw it all away and pull his fucking jaw off his face. Like, it just never ends. And I think I took it really bad. And so I think it was inevitably going to be my journey to try to become really fucking jacked and strong and dangerous. And I do jujitsu and shit like that. So like deep, deep wounds. Maybe that was a part of it. Sure as shit, that's my best guess. And then Jared didn't have anybody like this in his life. So I had to be the person that bullied him to give him motivation to train. Little bitch ass.
Well, the professor, huh?
Exactly.
Nick, what about? I mean, obviously, you talk about things in your childhood, but were you ever bullied as a kid? You look like somebody that couldn't, wouldn't, and has never been bullied.
Did the bullying?
Yeah, I don't think. No, I don't think he was a bully. He doesn't look like somebody that.
No, I never got bullied. I was actually the one that I got along with everybody. Whether you were a geek, a nerd, the kid that got bullied, I was friends with anyone. I didn't give a shit. I never cared.
So yeah. I was like you, however, I got bullied. And I got bullied. I was short, I was stocky, I had cankles when I was younger. I was just like, I got heavily picked on. Even when I went to Pope John High School, which was a Catholic high school in freshman year. I was the only one from my town that even went to that fucking high school. And I didn't know a fucking soul. And not one fucking person like even gave me the time of day.
Was it an all boys school or a co-ed school?
Boys and girls, man. They just like that school was, people went there that had money. My parents scraped things together to get me to that school because I got recruited to play football. I had no business going there. My parents could not afford me going there. And they did for a year. And after I'll never forget sitting on the bus coming home the last day of school. And I'll never forget, we drove by the school and I looked back and I go, I will never fucking be in that school again. Damn, and I never went back because I got bullied so bad. And it's not, I never got depressed about it. I never was somebody that went home, but as much I was somebody that got bullied, but never dealt with it. Meaning like, I never just like, if I was getting bullied, I dealt with it in the moment. I didn't deal with it at home, sit and think about it and deal with it that way. Like I didn't tolerate it. No matter who it was. And I think that's kind of why I have the attitude that I have now, is because at that age, even though I was getting bullied, my dad's like, you don't tolerate that from anybody. I don't care what they're doing, who they are. You don't allow that anybody to disrespect you. So I am still that way at 41 years old, but it's because of how bad it was back then, which is why I'm so aggressive with people and in the moment, like, no, we're going to fucking do this right now because I'm not doing the back and forth. That's why, like, when that squat video came out, people thought I was a maniac. And I'm like, when you are bullied and bashed, you don't ever for a certain amount of time, you just don't tolerate it. I just don't tolerate any disrespect in any way anymore. And that's just because of how it was when I grew up, and it sucks, but people always say the bullying's got to stop, but sometimes I'm like, you motherfuckers need to get bullied a little bit more to understand fucking life, because you're going to get bullied in business, in sports, in competition, at work, with your family, with your friends. Like, it's gonna happen. And it's not a mental health thing at that point. It's you just don't know how to be a fucking human being and deal with things that a lot of people have to deal with, which is stress and getting made fun of and bullied. So for me, it was the bully thing, and like my parents, the money stuff. But the bully thing for me is really the thing that just like kind of you, Mike, that just like just turns the key. Nick, so you had nothing like that as a child that kind of like that you remember that just was like, I will never let like that's always going to bother me. And I know there's stuff you've talked about.
Yeah, I like I said, I was never bullied, but like I was molested, so that gave me that
Jared, did you just raise your hand? You sick fuck.
You name it, I've been through, man. No, I told Nick about that. I was like, yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
Really?
It changes you, and for me, like throughout my whole high school, except my senior year, was where I kind of came alive a little bit. I isolated myself the entire time.
Did everybody know about the teacher back then when you were in school, or was that kind of swept under the rug?
Like what happened to me?
Yeah, like was that like a known thing?
That didn't come out until I was a junior in high school.
Oh, okay.
So no one knew for years and years. The only reason
there
why
was like 90, there's 90 students, right? There's like 90 something.
They had 90 counts on them, yeah, at least. The only reason why I even came forward was because it got all over the news that he was talking inappropriately to a student, and then that student went home and told his mother, and then the mother called the school. And my mother knew who he was because at the time he was the teacher to chill with. But he was also
fucking lie to me.
But he was also involved with a lot of the parents. So he was like at a lot of the parties that like we would all be at and hang out and chilling. And I think my mother even felt more disgusted because like she's hanging out with this guy, not knowing what fucking happened, years back. So once it came out, she already felt some type of way, but then she's, questioning the shit out of me. And I lied. I lied to her like 1,000 fucking times because it's like, how do you just speak about it? But I think for the first time, the more I actually lied about it, the worse feeling I got. And I finally just unloaded on her, and she was very taken back.
Did you hold back because you felt like you did something wrong or something to provoke it, or it was on you? Because people always say, "Oh, I felt like I was to blame. Like I felt like it was my fault." Like, or did you just were you just disgusted that it happened and that was it, and you just didn't want to?
I think at the age when it happened, I didn't like accept how bad it was and what like kind of happened until I got older. And you learn more, you mature more, you see. And I'm like, holy fuck. So I don't think I took it as my fault. I just think I was embarrassed. I was extremely embarrassed, and I didn't want nobody to, because I remember after it happened, I literally walked to fucking music class, and I'm just, quiet, and everyone's like, "Oh, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great. But I didn't really understand kind of the circumstances of how fucked up what happened. You know what I mean? So after years went by, I realized how bad it was. And that, like I said before, that led me to go down a dark path of just, a lot of drugs, partying, alcohol. And I even got to a point where like, I was so defensive of myself. Like if somebody that I didn't know, like gave me a funny look, I would snap. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking? Because I felt like I couldn't defend myself then. So it was this immediate reaction that if somebody gave me that same type of feeling, it was game's on. Like I didn't give a fuck. And I was like that toward everybody, even my own family. And no one understood why. And so finally I just broke down.
That's crazy. So
damn.
Is there any, I'm trying to think how to word it. So, well, Jared, you don't have to touch on it. So you had a similar situation or incident.
Touch on it. Am I right, fellas? All right. Now I'll stop. That was fun.
He did.
Oh, no pun intended. No pun intended.
Yeah, I just went back for more. Had a romantic evening with him, and we just kind of I blew him a little bit again. I knew it was wrong.
It's the closure I wanted.
It was the closure.
Come down on you.
Yeah, of course. I knew that it was wrong. It was like Nick. I grew up a little bit, but I still went back 5 years later.
Woke up and saw this.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I have people that I know that were in situations like that, and it's to see you come out of it so strong-willed in mind is crazy, because I know, you know, females and males that have been down that path, and it's not sometimes the easiest thing to let go of, because it can be a demon that haunts you for a very long time. So
It's like I tell everybody, it's always going to be a part of you. Like it's become a part of who you are, but it doesn't have to define who you are neither, you know.
and people go on Instagram, right? They'll see me, Mike, you know, Jared, Nick, and they think we're just like these bodybuilders, right? And we're these guys that just like made it in the industry, but they have no idea all the bad that a lot of us have been through to get to where we got. And then you still see, with all the dirt and you know, you'll think of it like a plant, like, you know, the dirt and the soil and all the shit that you get piled on top of you, and you still are able to break through it and grow like a, you know, a tree or a flower. And but people don't realize the walks of life that we've gone through, because they only know us from the click of the time we started social media. And that's where they think our life started in 2012 or 2013, when we started Instagram or we started posting on social. They don't realize that there was a lot of things that happened prior to that in our childhood that developed us into the people we are today. Because bodybuilders, Mike, I mean, or Jared, you guys got to admit, like, being a bodybuilder, pro bodybuilder, even somebody that you can't, you're not wired 100% right. You're not. Nobody goes to the gym every day and trained with intensity and trying to go to failure and screaming and sweating and fucking exhaustion. Like, that's not a normal thing to do.
Nah, you gotta be.
Ronnie Coleman said it too. Ronnie Coleman goes, "You got," or is it Kai Green? He goes, "There, you think Ronnie's okay? You got to be a sick motherfucker to put 800 pounds on your back and squat down over and over and think you're okay. Like, you're not okay to be able to do something like that. You have to be able to channel an inner demon in you in order to do that." So, is there a place that you guys go when you're training that gets you in that mindset like that? Or, oh, bye, Nick. Or do you guys like there are things that I get in my head when I train that lock me into fucking what I'm doing, and I can't get out of it. Like, you guys have those dark places that you go?
Jared, you want to take this one first, or should I take it first?
Sure. Yeah. So I actually, when I first started training, it was to get away from home. I was, going to the gym for like 10 plus hours per day. Basically, it was like 2 hours in the morning, 3 after school. Then I had 2 weights classes, which were back to back. I was doing 3 hours in there too. Go home and do like P90X, ab ripper X bullshit.
P90X, yeah.
Woo!
I remember that shit.
We all fucking did it, you know. And I immediately realized that, like, this was a stupid escape, and those types of thoughts in the gym lead to too much psychological arousal. So I actually take a very different approach than most people, and I think that it's probably smart. I very early on in my training career was right when I started really enjoying science and things like that. So I took a more methodical approach to things. Like, there are certain times in my training when I should have this level of psychological arousal, and there's certain times when I shouldn't. And it's actually when I'm training really hard with a lot of volume where I'm kind of not going to those places intentionally. Because if I go to a dark place when I'm leg pressing 600 plus pounds, I will be leg pressing 700 plus pounds instead. And I will be doing basically the same technique, but I will blow a fucking quad off the bone. Because I can go that far and focus my effort that hard, that far into this psychological arousal with some of the shit that, like, Nick's been through, you've been through, Mike's been through. We can channel.
I'm good, man. I'm not like you motherfuckers.
Oh, Mike, you've
His
told me
body's
about
pristine
Mike,
and
you haven't
untouched.
BJJ for 2 days and you're having dreams about ripping people's throats out. Don't
Well, I don't know what the fuck you're talking
You
about,
just said
man.
you
Making
ripped
some shit
somebody's
up.
jaw off their face if you didn't know.
Hey, fucking guy,
you're
Sistanino.
okay.
I'll rip your fucking jaw off.
There it is.
There it is. Hey,
There it
Jared.
is.
You got to say Jared properly, too. It's a really A sound. Hey, Jared, you fucking fuck.
Jared, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey,
Fuck, come
Missouri, never heard of it. There's 2 states in the Union, New York and New Jersey, maybe. Whoa.
Oh. He gets the mouth down perfectly, you know?
Hey.
He does. He does. Is that how I really fucking sound, though?
No way, guy. Fuck would you sound like that for? You sound fucking crazy. Whoa.
So
Whoa.
So I actually sound like I'm an asshole.
No. Am I supposed to answer that truthfully?
Listen, you don't have to sugarcoat it, fucking cool.
No, you sound great. Guy, you sound like millions of other fine Italian Americans that contribute so much to our great nation. And Nick, whatever the fuck you are.
Coming
you know
from the Russian, thanks.
Right. Who the fuck are you to tell me what? You motherfuckers. We won the Cold War, you fucking fucks.
We were here before you.
Fuck you.
But yeah, no, I like I like training, and I like the way it feels, and some people don't, so maybe they got to go to a dark place or whatever. But and Nick can attest to this, especially after we had a few leg sessions together. When you go to like muscular failure, it just happens, and no matter how dark of a place I went to, that should probably look the exact fucking same. Like my muscle is going to give out when it gives out.
Yep.
So why am I in here amping myself up and producing an excessive amount of psychological arousal that then will make me train bad later on in the mesocycle, later on in the week, because I have so much systemic fatigue from that level of psychological arousal. Like my quads are going to give out when they give out. My technique should be first and foremost. And it's hard to really think about being a fucking machine when you're sitting there thinking about, well, I got touched as a little kid. You know what I mean?
Just go straight to that.
Yeah, well, we were on the topic, you know.
Yeah.
Nick like does a crazy set, drops 600 pounds. Girls
No,
are like,
no,
oh my
dude.
God, what were you thinking about? He's like, art class, the fuck out of my face. What? Art class? I'm not gonna use the colored pencils. Runs off. We're like, holy shit. What's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, I was just like being pissed about your childhood, shit like that. It's just
I have a real quick. Can I say something real quick? Guy?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is
fucking let me
open
speak.
forum on this podcast, brother.
Fuck out of here. I think Jared's like spot on. I think eventually a lot of us get to a place where you can be like channel that machine mindset. We call that shit at RP. And it takes a while. And I think a lot of us come to training with some demons. And so for years, I used to train like you're talking about, Guy, like especially towards the end of a hard set or a big lift and powerlifting, like, fuck, man. Oh, I'll share one. Fuck it. If the internet can make fun of me for this.
No, let's hear it, bro. I want to hear it.
For some reason, guys like, hey, I want to hear it. And like,
No, I'm actually, I want to hear it, but I'm thirsty as fuck.
Fuck off.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
So one of the memories that for some reason in me during my like early 20s powerlifting days would make me psychotic is my dad used to drop me off in Russia at preschool, and he would walk to the subway train station, like 500 feet away. And I loved my dad. When in this world, he would drop me off. I was crying already. I was like 4. And then I watched him walk outside and walk for like, he must have taken him 5 minutes to get out of my visual field. Like that's how far away the subway station was. I cried at the window the entire time that he was walking away. And for some reason, if I think about that in a particular way, like I can rip my pecs off the bone. I can do whatever.
That word we were talking about before we started recording.
Oh, the F word, but they can't say anymore because the social justice warriors will say, hey, back when I grew up, we used to say it all the time.
Whatever the fuck we wanted, eh? So, Mike, funny enough, my family knows this story, but so when I grew up, right, my dad's a redneck. My dad is fucking
no fucking way.
Guns, butchering. He's fishing a tournament, and he's fished I don't know how many bass tournaments. He's fishing every day, hunting every day.
You're breaking my stereotype into pieces. This doesn't make any sense.
It sounds like he's from Missouri.
No. Guy, listen, I got news for you. I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. This is just going to take a second. Your dad has been lying to you. He's in the mafia. You're like, oh, gee whiz, Pop, where are you going today? Hey, I can't go to your football game. I got to go fishing. Yeah, fishing or fucking kayaking or whatever.
With the cement shoes.
Like, yeah, hey, my buddy Fats is here to pick me up. I'm going to go fishing with him. Hey, my dad's a redneck. Like, no, he's not. He's in the fucking FBI protection.
Listen, my uncle was actually in the FBI, and I got a couple. I actually got a couple of those. So, but like my dad, might tell you, like my dad is hardcore, bro. Like if you walked into my parents' garage, there's fucking fishing poles and guns and ammo and fucking 20 million deer heads, and in the house there's fucking fish hung up and deer. It's nuts. But what my dad did early, not anymore, but my dad instilled fear in me accidentally. And what he did was when I was 5 or 6 years old, my dad would go into the woods. He'd find one of his tree stands. I'd climb 30 feet up. He'd set me up, be like, all right, this is what, this is, you can shoot through there. This is where you look here. That's about 20 yards away. And then he would just leave and go to his tree stand. And I'd be in a fucking tree for 8 hours by myself. There's no cell phones. I'm in there until the sun goes down. I have no fucking clue where my dad is.
Do you have a gun?
I have no clue how to get out of the fucking woods.
Do you have a gun?
Yeah, or a bow. It didn't matter. Dude, you don't understand. When you're 5, 6, 7 years old, the fear of my dad never finding me again didn't matter what I had on me. Because once that sun went down and it was hard to see, I would always think, is my dad going to find me? Is my dad going to be able to find me in this tree stand? And am I going to get home tonight? And I would sit in that tree stand for 8 hours with anxiety, like you can't imagine, until my father. It's almost like I didn't care about hunting because I was worried about if my dad in 8 hours from now was going to find me. And it was over and over. And finally, years gone by. And we were at a fucking family function. And my dad was talking to, whoever. And he goes, I fucked up with Guy. And I corrected that mistake with Anthony, my brother. He goes, I put Guy in a tree stand too early. And he was right. I was so deathly afraid of being alone in that tree by myself that my father would never find me. And I think that's where a big fear of being alone in my house at night. Once Sean Roden passed away, he was my best friend. And, obviously we lost George Peterson, we lost John, and, the Luke, the George, it goes on, the Cedrics. Being alone now I have the same feelings as being alone and a kid in that tree stand, because my biggest fear in life, and I've said it on podcasts before, is dying in my house and nobody knowing. It's the worst. Like, I never had anxiety before I went to bed. Once Sean passed away, because Sean I would talk to all the time, FaceTime every night, me, him, and Laura Lee would talk on the phone. I don't have that anymore. Like, people like Nick's like, why do you always have to call me? And I'm like, I never said it to Nick. But the reason why I call my friends and I don't text all the time is because I had certain people in my life that I constantly called and FaceTime. I don't have that anymore. So my fear of being alone is even worse at 41 than it was at 6. Like, I don't have like certain people. Like, I used to always FaceTime Sean. Like, he would always pick up, always FaceTime me at night. He was like my safety net. And like, Nick's like, why are you always calling me? And I'm like, I'm calling you for a reason. Pick up the phone. Like, I don't always tell him I'm calling him just because I want to talk to a friend. But he's like, why do you have to fucking call me? I'm like, because I want to talk to a friend. I don't want to text my buddy. And it's just funny how something as a kid transferred all the way 30 years down the line. It's something that I still can't stand being by myself. I hate it. So that's like one of the big things with me growing up, But they say that your fucking trials and tribulations turn you into who you are. But what you said is something that I wanted to touch on, because we talk about training methods, and you were saying back when I was training and back in the day, and this is where I might ruffle some feathers. 2000 was my first show I ever competed in, 2003. Back then, there was no RP hypertrophy. There was no fucking FST7. There was no Y3T. There was no acronyms and MI40 or whatever Ben's method. There's all these methodologies now to training, right? Nick, me, both of you, there was no methodologies when we first started. I don't know what you guys followed, but I followed the pyramid sets, increasing weight, and I was doing 5 sets of chest, 30 something sets of quads, 15, 20 sets of hamstrings, like 20 sets of buys, 20 sets of tries, increasing weight, like going to failure. Now, obviously, we know there's better ways to do that. Would it be too far-fetched to say that you think those things are needed in order to grow the base? Like, you look at somebody like me or Nick, and you go, I think you would have benefited more training this way earlier on in your career. And then I could make the argument, or somebody like Branch, or somebody like, whoever could say, well, the reason why I made it to where I am is because I trained like that. And if I didn't train like that, I might have never been in the place I am, in the bodybuilder that I am right now. Do you think that there is some truth to that? Or do you disagree and think that everything can be accomplished doing it one method and one method only? This is for both.
Yeah. So there.
And the reason why I ask is because people say a lot of times to me, like, I wish you would just go back to training the fucking way you used to. And like, why can't you just train like the way? And I'm like, because I learned, and I'm not, but I also say that I needed to train like that. Because if I believe that if I train the way I'm training now, earlier on in my career, or too early, that I might have not been where I am. Like, I think that there's levels to how you have to learn and train throughout a bodybuilding career to see what fits you right. And not every method fits everybody, but I think that method for that time period actually fit me, who I was, and my body type at the time. Now it doesn't. That's why I had to adjust. And I reached out to you and Jared and Nick and being like, I got to fix this. Yeah. But do you think that there's a time and a place to train certain ways, or do you think that one method can be used straight through?
I think one method can be used straight through, and one method or one kind of general approach is just going to be superior to all the others. That being said, when you go fucking hard and you go hard consistently, the shit works and you get fucking jacked. And there's no method that will allow you to go easy and will continue to get you to be as jacked as possible. Our method at RP is a method that takes the hard shit for granted, but it sharpens the hard shit into a tool that best fits into that equation. So rather than just going hard like a fucking mindless animal, which is dope and it's fun and it works and it'll get you fucking jacked, it's also going to beat that ass a little bit. Get those elbows a little sore. When you're 22, it's whatever. When you're 28, you can't do presses anymore. And you got to figure out how the fuck you're going to step on stage with bitch ass little triceps because you're like, I can't fucking, my elbows don't work. It's a problem you don't want to have. So if you train hard as fuck, but you train smart as shit at the same time, precise, like Nick is training now, the precision is what's going to get you to be super safe and effective. But that precision is nothing without fucking intensity and struggle. So there's no way around the shit. Like when we're training, it looks nice. You're like, oh, look at that full range of motion. It looks so controlled. But like as you get closer to failure and that lactate builds, it fucking hurts. Your shit is ripping apart. You want to quit, you don't. You stop, you quit, you rest, you do another set, you do another set, you do another set. You do as many sets as it takes to tap out your recovery capacity. And then when you recover, you come back again and again and again. There's no replacement for effort. So every program that requires a shitload of effort and a ton of shit is gonna fucking work. But you can do better than just that. You can do a little bit more of a precise approach. That effort doesn't change, but you sharpen it, you whittle it, you shape it. And that shaping, that precision is what allows you to have that maximum stimulus, but not fuck up your joints as much, not fuck up your hormones as much, not cause as much fatigue, keep you doing it for longer so you can make longer progressions and then get fucking really, really super jacked. Because there's an easy way to exhibit what's called survivorship bias. And you take a look at all the hardcore motherfuckers that, like, Branch Warren, whatever, Johnny Jackson, all those guys, these are fucking animals, monsters, IFB pros, legends. They got training with hardcore heavy shit. They got their fucking size. What do you say to that, pussy? Well, I'll tell you a couple things. There are people like Jay Cutler, who people forget, who Jay Cutler was never really known, no offense, for training like ultra hard or going ultra heavy, but he put in work, bro, volume. And then he got bigger than everyone, really. So on the one hand, there's that. And also there's survivorship bias. For every Branch Warren and Johnny Jackson, again, no offense, that, hold the weights a little bit, do momentum, maybe not the greatest injury rate, etc. For all the guys that make it, there's like, hey, it's fucking Sal from that gym in New Jersey who had all that promise. He was pretty fucking jacked. A couple D-ball tabs later, he weighs 250, but he pulled his pec off the bone because he was a fucking idiot. He would never stop fucking pulling off the gas, or he fucking pulled his quads off. Again, no offense, just using this as an example. These are real people, so I understand there's some fucking shit. It's for real, so I don't mean to be like, oh, this guy, I'm not talking shit. But you guys remember Zach Khan? Do you guys know who that was? Zach,
he's out the
Zach King Khan. Yeah. It's fucking unreal. He was doing like, and I know, I don't want to assume,
right?
It was, so first of all, it was
Incline
hacks,
bench.
but
Okay.
like incline. So I've seen him do, I think, like 600 for 2 on a fucking incline or some shit. Nonsense. But like, bro, why are you doing doubles though? And I know the answer is like when my Tren and Halo add up to a certain amount, I just fucking go. I get it. And I've been on Tren and Halo, and it's a feeling. I'll tell you that. There's not really a weight you can like start lifting shit with your eyes. You have telekinetic powers. You're like fucking Professor X and shit. But like, he ended up getting on the hack squat, and he was doing like very low reps on the hack squat, and both of his quads just came off the bone. Right? Like it's not like it's a shit tragedy. It can happen to anyone. It can even happen with good technique. But the probability that it happens with a good technique, with a measured scientific approach, is just lower. So anytime people are like, yeah, man, you got to go fucking hard, like Dorian fucking did it. Yeah, Dorian also ripped every single muscle he had off his body at some point. Do you want to be Mr. Olympia? You got to go as hard as you can. Do you want to be Mr. Olympia or be second place at some point? And then the next time you have your shot, your pecs off the bone, your quads off the bone, the judges don't look at you the same. Tell Tony Freeman to go hardcore. You guys remember Tony Freeman, the X-Man?
I just talked about him today.
He had a fucking missing pec. If he
He
didn't have a
weighed,
missing pec,
I heard he's like a twig now. I heard somebody said
dude,
he's like,
he started out being a twig, and he got to like 295 on stage, and then he's back to being a twig now. I think it's actually pretty smart health wise, but he had a fucking, by the time he hit his pro stride, he already had a torn pec. And you would look at his body, you're like, this is the perfect what the fuck is that? And the judges, you can take top 5, top 10 at the Olympia, but you got a missing pec. It's unlikely they're gonna put you up to, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not how it works. So you don't want to be that guy that it didn't go well for, that people don't remember. So yes, hardcore is fucking sweet, and we're not, because there's this like stereotype, half true, like these fucking science nerds are all bad F word we're not supposed to say anymore, and like half of them are fucking straight bitches. Like some people count the shit and do all the math and trigonometry and shit just so they have to avoid the hard fucking work. Fuck that. We want the hard work, but we want it sniper rifle style, pointed exactly in the direction that we fucking need it. We want to be precise and fucking hard. Kind of like John Wick, like John Wick kills people, but he does it so beautifully. Yep. Sometimes I turn on John Wick and I turn it on mute, and then I touch myself.
Yeah, that's
what I think about you, I touch myself.
I turn that song on loop over and over.
Or me singing it.
I love if that's even better. Have you ever been told that you have an angelic voice, guy?
Yeah, like Fergie and Jesus.
Fergie, wow.
You don't know the movie, really?
No.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Jesus Christ, thank you, Jared.
But yeah, I agree with like everything Mike said. And then just again, because we're educators, even just referring to training more logically with more up-to-date science, referring to it as a method, to me in itself, like I'm so averse to the fucking word. Like, we're not trying to impose a method on people. We're trying to say there are things, there are concepts that you could integrate into your training that might make it better. And nobody's going to the fucking gym and thinking, I'm not doing everything possible to grow the most muscle. Nobody's going in there that's a fucking bodybuilder thinking that. None of them.
Yeah. It's like I watch Nick Walker eat a meal. I walk by him at Dragon's Lair. I look down. I'm like, looks like the beef and rice method, huh? He'd be like, that's not a method. It's just the meal you eat. What 100%. The fuck are you talking about? It's like, beef and rice are great foods to eat to get jacked. Like, you can eat pasta and chicken and get the same shit. But like, yeah, carbs and protein. It's not a method. It's just a part of one of the many ingredients, literally. I'm gonna start naming methods after drugs, like the D-ball method, just like
the trend method.
Yeah. Well, that one I'm not the first to invent, unfortunately.
Yeah, like a car is still a car. An engineer looks at it and says this can be improved, and then we have better cars now. So the cars in the '90s versus the cars now, these cars are way better.
Yeah, 100%.
We're just looking at Trump.
I'm gonna riff off that. So if you like have a V6 and you want it to be replaced with a V8, and you have a mechanic do it, he's like, yeah, I'll just dump a V8 in here, it's gonna work great. You're like, hey, you're making my car look like more like a Lamborghini. Is this the Lamborghini method? He's gonna be like, no, you're a fucking idiot. It's just a bigger fucking it's a bigger engine, and that's good. And the Lamborghini is not magical, it's fast because it has a really big engine. So we can talk about methods and shit, but it's really just like training can be composed as a universe of shitty ideas. There's a universe of ideas that sometimes work, and there's a universe of ideas that are really fucking good. We just kind of want to shift people more into away from ideas that are dumb as fuck. Like Jared and I walk in, I'm sure you guys too now. You walk into a random gym and there's some guy curling with his whole fucking body. You just like walk up to him like Nick Walker walks up and does this, and he's like, "Oh my god, how do I get biceps like yours?" And Nick would probably be like, "Use your biceps, you dumb motherfucker! Like, what you doing all this shit for? Are you training your back? Like,
Yeah.
that's not. It's just a good idea. You know, like good technique is just a good idea. Periodization of some kind is a good idea. Thinking about the shit is a good idea. If you overthink the shit, you turn into a mathematician. Are you going to get jacked? Fuck no. Most of getting jacked is time spent suffering, food you eat, genetics, and how many fucking drugs you're willing to fucking take. That's what makes you huge. But on the finer edges, how quickly you get big, how healthy you stay when you're big, how long you are big, how big you get. Because there's like me big, and I'm fucking really big. I'll say that. People meet me in real life, like, holy shit, you're huge. And then there's Nick Walker big. And if you have Nick Walker genetics, you could get just me big doing exclusively dumb shit. You'll have to do some smarter shit to get Nick Walker big if you have the genetics. If you look at a guy and you're like, this guy's got great genetics. I don't know. Is that just great genetics? Does he know a lot? Which combination is that? If you, whatever genetics and gear you have and time you've spent and food you've eaten, if you sprinkle a bit of like intelligent training on top of that, it just makes everything go better.
Agreed.
We also know too that drugs have been replaced with a lot of things like hard work and time, and
I inject an oil-based version
Daily.
of hard work. I don't even take drugs.
It's
Oil-based.
Mike, I'm going to ask you this because you're in the same boat as me, because we're a little older, like Nick and you know, we're almost 10 years older than Nick and Jared. Again, I had this conversation with my buddy Chris today. Does it bother you that we're in the I look back from when I started working out, and it was just about working out, going to the gym, eating, training, and we didn't have the cell phones, the tripods, that can you take a picture of this? Can you film this? Like, it was just because people enjoyed working out. And I've said it before, there's a difference between like me, a bodybuilder, who is a bodybuilder by a byproduct because I enjoyed and I love working out, which is why I still train to this day, which is why the reason why I reached out to you guys is because I was like, okay, I'm in a position where I want to keep my intensity and I want to keep training hard. But if I keep doing it, I'm going to end up fucking myself up. So I need to figure it out at 41, what I can do better to fix the issues that I have and to enable me to train the way I want to train, which this allowed me to do. But if you look at the grand scheme of things, right, back then, there was none of this. Like I said earlier, there was no different acronyms for training. There was just hard work, dedicated guys that went to the gym and dieted and did their cardio, and that was it. Do you think, obviously there's a lot of different sources out there, Jared, like you as well, do you think that all these methods, like Mike said, all these methods are going to get you to an end goal? Some are better, some are worse, or is it kind of, do you guys believe in any of a combo effect? Like, yeah, you should train with the slow eccentric, but sometimes, like maybe on this day or this exercise, it was okay to just grip and rip it. Or are you guys like, no, these methods are the right way, these methods are the wrong way? Or are you guys like, you know what, sometimes a combo here and there might shock the muscle and help you?
Just to touch more on your previous question, so I can also answer the initial question that you asked about.
This is all for education. We're doing this because I want
exactly. So like, should you train hard early on as well? Like, should I have trained that way? I also want to just touch on, like, back to what we were saying before, there are a lot of things that impact the way someone is training. And a huge thing there with the gym culture is, one, what most people are doing around you. You lived in New York, you grew up in New York. I know the type of people that came out of New York as far as bodybuilding goes, and they were all hardcore fucking people. Like, just like, I'm going to go into this Johnson gym and I'm going to fucking train my ass off.
Yeah.
Because you're saying there weren't all these acronyms and shit, but there were, like, heavy duty. Mike Minzer was a guy, he existed. Tom Platz, he existed. Dorian had his quote unquote method.
Ronnie Branch.
Yeah, they all had their ways of training. Again, and nobody's going in there thinking I'm not doing everything possible to grow the most muscle possible. So gym culture and what you're seeing around you, like groupthink, basically is a big component of why people do what they do. If they're not somebody if they're doing it for just enjoyment, and they're not somebody who's like into the science and like, hey, this could be done a little better. So again, methods aside, there is always going to be something that you could be doing better. And I think that, like Mike said in the beginning, yes, there's probably one way that you could do all of this, and we don't even know that way yet, but we're just trying to edge closer to the truth and what is going to produce the most amount of gains. But so far, what we say, this is probably a good idea, this is a good idea, this might be a bad idea. We're just trying to edge people closer to that truth and to that, this is how you get big. And when you have people who have come up in a gym culture from back then, or even just like in the UK or whatever it may be, people who are just like really into that, they're so averse to things like hearing that somebody might leave reps in the tank intentionally, or they're so averse to hearing things like you should use 4 range of motion because it's actually better to grow muscle that way, because they just want to load up the leg press and do 800, 900 pounds. And that's fine, but you have to be able to admit, and this is just to help people conceptualize, like, we're not pushing a fucking method. We're just like, hey, you could probably fix this and you'll get better results.
Yeah.
You just have to kind of admit that to yourself at some point. Like, I just don't like that idea, and it sounds stupid. And now, because of that idea, now I hate RP, or I hate FST7, or I hate this guy. It's like you're upset about an idea that we're trying to say, hey, this might help you produce a little bit better results.
Yeah.
Why not try it? And that's the same thing you're doing with, like, well, what do you think about just heave hoeing? And like, yeah, we've thought about those things, so we'll provide answers for you. But they're just like questions and answers, and people get into all these stupid fucking debates about them, and like they end up disliking each other on the internet. I'm like, this is also fucking pointless. We're just debating about a training to grow muscle. Why are we fighting about if you should leave reps in the tank or not? And why is this guy dumb because he says you should, even if he's providing the most evidence that you probably should? Same thing with the other way around. But yeah, so methods aside, it's all just information.
I want to ask Nick, prior to you working with Jared and Mike and RP hypertrophy, is this the first time you ever followed like a specific style of training? Like,
Yeah.
or you like worked with other coaches that like wanted you to follow a certain style of training prior to this, before Jared?
Matt was a very, low volume, high intensity type of guy already. But I always found the deeper I got into prep, the more and more and more I would just do. And like, Jared would say, you just run yourself into the ground. And that's basically would be the end result. Doing this, I find my recoveries a lot better. I don't feel like shit all the time.
You're just not taking enough trend. Halfway kidding.
But I don't feel burnt out, honestly. And like even toward the end of the day, like even now, Matt's really pushing, the diet pretty hard. Even try, like I'm not like on the couch going, I'm not like falling asleep. Well, like I feel good. Yeah, and I just think for me, I don't really want to change anything, and I feel like I'm the biggest I've been, the leanest I've been, and recovery has been the best it's ever been.
And you think that attributes to how the program is structured?
And but the cool thing with the program, is I would tell Jared, even if like 1 week it says you're going to do 3 sets. But if I felt after 2, that was all I needed, I would just take a set out. You're allowed to do that. And I found myself doing that a little more often than not. And and it benefits, because when I wake up the next day, let's just say legs, let's just say I wake up, I'm sore, but I'm not overly sore. They're
it's almost
still
like they're more heavy, right? Than they are
yeah.
sore. Yeah.
They're even when I do cardio, I'm good. Like I'm not like dying because my legs are fucked, but they stay full, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish this prep. I understand, I'm gonna have to get flat, whatever. But the longer I can stay as full as I can, the better I think my looks will be on stage at this Olympia.
I agree.
And you're ready to hit it with more frequency that way too. Like you actually can train 2 full fucking leg days per week now, which is awesome.
I even find myself sometimes I just do 1 set. Like today was one of my leg days, and it was more of like a hamstring thing. But even for quads, I was at Fit Club today. I did their Body Masters machine, a squat, I did one set of 12. And I was like, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I got what I felt. And I'll tell you right now, as I'm sitting here, you're a little sore.
Yeah.
You know? So
Dude,
The
if you can get
worst thing-
sore from one set, man, fucking mission accomplished. That's the
Exactly.
thing. One of the things we talk about RP is a concept called autoregulation, and it's like every amount of training you prescribe to yourself it's an educated guess, and then your body tells you how well that actually matches reality. So, like, let's say you train your quads twice a week, Monday, Thursday. If you train your quads Monday and they just don't get sore, don't get tired, and dick happens, Tuesday, Wednesday, like, you're probably not growing a lot of muscle. So next week, do a set or more extra for quads. But if you do, let's say 3 sets total for quads, and you're supposed to do like 9 or whatever the fuck the internet says, you do 3 and you get a gnarly pump, and you're like, okay, you leave the gym and you get sore up until Thursday morning, and you hit it again and you get sore again. How the fuck are you supposed to do more volume? You're supposed to train
agree.
when you're sore, like train when you're objectively not recovered yet. That's dumb as fuck. So a lot of times, like, I mean, as big and strong as Nick is, it makes sense that sometimes he has to do one set. For me, I've had entire hamstring quad workouts. I do 2 sets of good mornings, 3 sets of leg press, and that's all you see on my Instagram. And I get all these comments like, "That was your whole leg workout?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they're like, "Isn't that too little?" I'm like, "Well, if I did any more, I wouldn't heal for my next workout. So literally, it can't be too little."
Well, that, and I also feel if you're able to connect with a muscle so well,
Yep.
it makes one set literally might just be it. And I think, the full range of motion, all that's, I think it's helped me tremendously, obviously. But if you're still not able to connect, I think that's, where a problem could lie as well. And even ever since I lowered the weight, even on a leg press, I remember the first time I did legs with Jared, and we did like 5 plates on this. I'm like, what the fuck is, like, are you shitting me? I gotta rock this bitch out, bro. And he's like, just fucking do it. And I was dead. I literally did like 12 reps, I think, and I was fucking dead. And I remember waking up the next morning because I think he was like in the deep of his mesocycle, and I just like jumped in after the Arnold Classic. I woke up the next day.
You
Like, I got
told
hit
me,
with
you were like, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, I woke up like I hit with a shit, but I'm like, I'm really fucking sore, but my joints feel fine.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, okay, like I want to keep doing it, but I gotta back it down a little bit.
What do you think the transition period, and I have 2 questions, so I'm gonna ask the first one. Why do you think we went from such a dramatic switch? Because back in the day, I hate saying back in the day, but earlier on in my career, like I was saying earlier, the sets, 30, 35, 20s, top sets, feeder sets, that didn't exist. How did we go from such a high, right, with all these crazy numbers of sets we did, to guys going, oh yeah, I did 6 total sets. Back in the day, like, you did what, 1 exercise? Like, how did we go?
Meanwhile,
like,
that could have been 3 exercises.
Well, that's what. So how did I still don't know how we went from here to here, and are getting pretty much almost similar results. Is it drugs? Is it peptides? Is it training
I think
style? Is it
the
consistency?
style. I'm gonna
Also-
go because even like the way you train, guy, like back you would train very fast and explosive.
I
Now
train
You train
fast,
fast and explosive.
but I didn't. But I didn't train. No, but there's so. If you, I don't know if you guys ever met Branch or talked to Branch, but Branch, he gives a very simple reason as to why he trained how he trained. And I asked him one day, I go, what is the reason? Like, if somebody asked you, and he goes, it's simple. He goes, and he said he used dumbbell rows. He goes, take a dumbbell row. He goes, if I grab the dumbbell row and I'm supposed to target my lat, I don't, and this made sense to me. He goes, I don't give a fuck how it looks. As long as I'm doing the row, getting the blood in the muscle, and I'm growing, I don't give a fuck how it looks. I'm doing it fucking that way. And if it's momentum or not, it is what it is, but it works for me. Does that apply with anything? Or you think that, do you guys actually, all 3, do you guys believe Branch could have gotten to where he got to without doing what he did early on in his career?
Could have gotten better doing other shit, man.
Way better, yeah. Way
Like,
better.
I agree now.
He would argue, no way.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, we all get to be right and wrong about our respective shit. Sometimes you argue one way and it turns out you're wrong. You could be correct. We could be incorrect, but I assign a low probability to that. I guess Nick could probably speak to this better than anyone because he had this transition just recently. Like the shit with the modifications a coach like Jared makes to train more RP style or whatever, it increases your range of motion. It puts you into that nasty stretch position for longer. It makes the shit harder, so you have to use less weight because the shit is fucking harder. And it's harder in such a way that fucks your muscles up big time. It doesn't
Fucks
fuck
your
your
ego
joints
up
up.
more than your muscles. That's
It
the
fucks your
problem.
for sure fucks your ego up.
That's the
So,
problem.
you know, if someone the biggest critique someone could level at a training session Jared and I put them through is, yeah, they didn't really hit up the muscle that hard. Like they didn't really stimulate my quads. Jared and I would be like, oh fuck, like we got to rethink some shit, but we did something wrong. But you know, we got 99 problems, but fucking up people's muscles is not one of them. And you know,
But a bitch ain't one.
yeah, all right. Well, no, you know what I'm saying? I had my trouble with bitches. I'm not going to talk about that shit on the podcast, though. I'm kidding. Like, moment, like, you can accomplish a lot of stimulus with heavy ass weights and a shitload of momentum, just fucking cranking. And the shit is fun, too. I love getting in there, picking up the 180s and shit, staring people down. It's
Just
dope.
ripping.
Right. But at the end of the day, that exacts a level of injury risk that, like, whatever, we're all hard fuck injury, but shit happens and you don't want it to happen. So maybe if we can lower the injury risk a little bit, that'd be cool. Another thing is, like, it fatigues the fuck out of you, bro. Rolling out the 180s is a pain in the ass. Fuck that.
That's true.
Right. And if you can fucking get the same shit with the 130s, but like slowing the
Right.
eccentric, and the thing is, slowing the eccentric is you're actually using your fucking
More
lats.
muscle.
It's harder to do than just swinging around. Like, wait a minute, I got to control the shit on the way down too. Fuck that. And
Yeah.
if you do that, it makes the shit harder with less weight, less fucking shit you have to put up back on the rack and off and on and all that shit. So if it can fuck the muscle up better, if it fucks your joints up less, I'm in. And if you're like, try this heave ho shit, I love that shit. I love it. I used to do it all the time when I was younger. The thing is, it beat my joints to shit.
Yeah.
And of course, it also got me jacked. But if I could get the similar level of jacked with less joint pain, I can do more volume, less volume, whatever, and I'll just get better results. So to Branch Warren, I'm sure his shit worked. Clearly, he's a fucking monster. Would he have better results if he had a more precise training style? Yes, I'm inclined to believe that is the case. Yeah.
Yep. Now, here is something that, because it's been said to me, maybe it's not been said to you guys, but it's been said to me along my career, no matter what it is. Now, you guys, the RP hypertrophy is new, right? Now, Nick looks how he looks, and Nick has looked very big and very impressive for a very long time. So when you talk about your method, right? And well, people go, well, you don't look like Branch Warren, so maybe he's doing it right, or you don't look like a Jay Cutler, or you don't look like this guy. So you're not as big as those guys. You're not as impressive as those guys. So
Yeah.
why does this method work better
Yeah.
if there's got like that? And I'm not
Totally.
respectful, but like people will look at me and I'll be like, well, that's how I used to, I
Totally.
trained back in the day. And they're like, well, you were never fucking,
100%.
So
I
it's
got
like, it's an argument where it's hard to make because they do have a point, but there's valid evidence as to what you guys do.
I got the easiest argument back. So feel free to use this anytime you want. You guys know who Phil Jackson is, yeah? Like the greatest NBA coach of all time, right? You tell some young ass little bitch ass TikToker kid. You point some old man in the crowd. You see that guy? He knows everything there is to know about basketball. You're like, yeah, man, fuck that. Can he dunk? He'd be like, no, he's an old man. Be like, man, fuck that. I'm going with LeBron or some shit. Be like, motherfucker, that's Phil Jackson, you dumb asshole. Phil Jackson played in the NBA. Was he amazing? No, he was fine. He was NBA, right? He wasn't exceptional. He wasn't the best of all time. But somebody like Michael Jordan, when they worked with Phil Jackson, do you guys think Michael Jordan was ever like, man, fuck you, Phil, you old man motherfucker, white motherfucker? I'm sure she said some racial shit. I always like to pepper that in. Was he like, man, you don't have shit to teach me? Like, I'm Michael Jordan. I invented this shit. No, he was like, I want to know what you have to say. And Phil Jackson was like, try these strategies, tactics. All of a sudden, championship. Hani Rambod. They're like, no offense, he doesn't exactly look like Mr. Olympia. But how many Olympias has he made at this point? So when people say like, well, you guys don't look like XYZ, like, what the fuck is your IQ, bro? You dumb motherfucker. Like I could look at Nick Walker's parents, and I don't know Nick Walker. I've never seen you. I met at least your mom at the Arnold once.
Yeah.
It sounded all wrong. You were with her at the time. That sounds
Tracy
even
will
worse.
fucking-
All right, I'll take it all back.
Yeah. Tracy will fucking smack the shit out of somebody.
Right. Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
I instantly feared. You look at Nick Walker's parents and be like they're gonna make the man. And you'd be like, I don't know, they don't look that special. Like, you stupid fucking asshole. Do you have any idea what you're saying? Like, the thing that makes the thing isn't the same thing as the thing. And that's just that fucking simple. Like, it was amazing hot dog, it smells great, and you look at the factory and it's like this thing with smokestacks. You're like, how the fuck did that thing, it doesn't look like a smokestack. Somebody's like, what, are you fucking stupid or some shit like that? So like, I come from I'm educated modern periodization, and I'm from Russia or whatever. So back then, coaches a lot of times weren't even people that played sports. They spent their time coaching athletes and studying and doing so much of that they got to be the best coaches. And a lot of times they did play sports, but not at a high level. They just weren't genetically good enough to go all the way. They went to nationals and they never went to the Olympics. Back in the Soviet system, East German system, now today in the Chinese system for the Olympics, their Olympians don't go on to coach most of the time. They got coaches coaching them because these are the smart motherfuckers who make it their job to coach. And you know this, you guys know a lot of pro bodybuilders. How many of them know a lot of shit? And how many of them would you trust to coach you?
Well, okay, so great question. If out of you three guys, obviously Nick works with Matt, if you guys had your choice of trainer and coach, and you had to pick, who would you guys pick for a trainer? And for when I was coming up, I had Charles Glass and Chris Aceto. And then
man, you were spoiled, man. You got the generational best.
And then when I got older, my joints started getting banged up. I kept Charles. Charles is my dude. He's one of the nicest, kindest, humblest, smartest men I've ever met. And I started working with John because I wanted to learn something different. And that's when John the push-pull method came into play later on.
John
in my
who?
Career. Meadows.
Oh, John Meadows. Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys had your pick of here's every coach, here's every nutritionist. You guys pick who you want. You guys have to pick a letter. I'm wondering who you guys would pick.
Are we allowed to pick each other?
I mean, yeah.
That's fucked up though, right? That's too egotistical.
I mean, if you had the pick of anybody and you picked yourself, I mean, then you got to be pretty important.
That'd be fucked up.
I've coached myself in my entire bodybuilding career, so.
But would you if you had a pick, if you could, if all the coaches were like, you could pick anybody you want to work with and try and who you trust, who would you pick?
I can, and I choose not to.
Really?
What a dick, dude. What a
I don't want
to.
Yeah.
Listen, at least he's fucking honest.
So yeah, I like to do my own stuff. I don't really trust
Okay.
We like bounce ideas off of each other through prep. Like I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna do this thing. Is it stupid? He'll be like, yeah, that's pushing your food way too low. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm fucking dumb. I'm still doing shit like a natural when I shouldn't be. So we do shit like that. And I like to do it for myself because I also do coach. Like I'm one of the rare people who are like, yeah, I'm an IPP pro, but also like I like to coach people and it's fun. And if I can fuck up myself, I prefer that. And then I can, I don't miss peaks with clients, but I'll miss them on myself. Even at pro shows, people are like, why are you missing your peaks? I'm like, because I'm fucking testing shit on myself. I don't care. Like this is my hobby. I don't give a shit.
So like Nick, I look at Nick and I'm like, since Nick's been a pro, Nick could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Nick's ever really missed a peak.
No.
He's been a pro. Nick's always nailed it. Now, Jared, your last show, I know you were hard on yourself because you actually had no problem being like, I didn't look good. I fucked up.
Yeah.
And this is how. Now, does doing stuff yourself and not having a coach, obviously there's negatives with it because you have nobody to point the finger at but yourself.
I love pointing the finger at myself. Yeah.
Now, okay, so your last show, where did you go wrong?
I was testing peak stuff. I wanted to do a more of a front load method to see if I could still make a weight cap, and it ended up backfiring because I had a high stress situation that occurred the night prior. I backloaded or front loaded a little too hard, and then I woke up 12 pounds above the cap. You're 12 pounds above the cap, and you got to cut water in a fucking sauna. So what's called recompartmentalization of the fluid in your body. It doesn't go to the muscle properly. You're not really in charge of how that works. So I just, I tested a front load to see if I could still make weight cap, and I didn't. And it didn't go well. I was flat as fuck because I had to lose all that weight. But whenever I'm like, hey, I'm going to nail this peak because I want to do well at this show, I usually do. So like Dallas Europa was my pro debut. I got 5th. I nailed it at nationals because I wanted to win it pro card. It was my second NPC show or third NPC show. I was like, yeah, I got to nail it at these 2 shows I'm going to. Nailed it at Legion because I wanted to do well there. And then the rest of the show, I'll give myself like one show where I peaked the same way that I always like tried and true, and one show where I was like, oh, I'm gonna test some shit out. Whatever, let's do it. Like I tested Lasix in Tijuana. I got like did not place. I'm there. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I can do that type of thing. It's fine for me. Most people, if bodybuilding is like their thing and they're truly an athlete and they're hiring coaches and shit like that, they probably shouldn't test shit out on themselves because they have coaches to do it for them who have done that kind of shit in the past. I talked to Neil for a while. I was gonna have Neil, just I do like to learn from people, and anecdote is a true part of science. And Neil had a lot of really cool anecdotes about the way he would peak Flex Lewis. And I was like, hey man, if I do another show this year, you mind helping me out or telling me kind of like, I'll take the backseat. I've done backseat, been an athlete with a couple people who have peaked me in the past. And I was like, oh, looks similar to fucking up a peak, Wow. So,
Nick,
yeah, I was going to let Neil do one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still?
Maybe, I don't know, because I'm going to the open now. So I'm just probably going to do the first couple preps as an open bodybuilder by myself. Just because the more mass you put on and the more compounds you begin to playlist, like whether that's insulin or GH, you're adding more things in to gain more size. Those also come with some varying water components where you have to really figure out how that's going to affect you. So, yeah, if I can do that for myself so that when I start coaching dieting and farm, special sports subs, whatever you guys want to call them, anabolics, big guys,
bro.
Yeah, then it's all good. Like I've done it for quite a few. I've peaked really high level guys, and I don't, like I said, it's not hard.
Yeah.
But whenever you want to test shit out, you should probably, if you are a coach, you should probably be doing that shit on yourself. It just so happens that I also compete on the big stage. So,
yeah. So Nick, was there ever a time during a prep, like before a show, like the week of, a day before, a couple hours before, where you were like, fuck, this isn't going right. Something's got to be fixed?
Never.
No, huh?
Never. No, because I think for me,
Is it because of stress with you? Because you
yo, can I just answer the fucking question?
Fuck, guy.
No, you can't.
No, listen, I think I trust Matt 100%, right? So I just think when you have the trust and he's there, my stress levels are like non-existent at that point for me. So I don't want to say at that point anything could probably fucking work, but I believe the method because it's worked every time. And I feel like the more you believe it, the more you trust it, the easier everything just flows. And yeah, every prep's different, right? I get bigger, I'm leaner in certain shows, I'm maybe a little fuller before we get to that PB. So things minusculely change, but it's with Matt, it's literally the same. There's no difference. Like I said, it just might be the amounts of things, the water manipulation, the food. Those things might vary prep to prep, peak to peak, but the peak itself, it's always the same, no matter what.
And what I was going to say, you answered. I was going to say, is it more of the lack of stress that's involved?
Yeah, of course. I definitely, I've only had one show where Matt wasn't at, and that was the first actual national show we did together at USA's. And I don't want to say I was stressed for that because I really wasn't, but that was the only show he wasn't there. And I took second. Every other show he's been at, I have yet to lose, except the Arnold. And I don't care what anyone says, that's debatable.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess every show that I had an issue in was a result of a higher stress situation that involved it going downhill.
At the end of the day, we all know cortisol levels, however you want to call it. It will fucking ruin everything possible. A week before the show, you could be like, yo, this motherfucker's about to win this shit. And then, boop, cortisol kicks up, everything goes to shit. You look like dog nuts on stage. I've seen it happen numerous times. Honestly, I feel like that final week, as a competitor with your coaches there, of course, should be the easiest week possible. Because you literally, your work's done. You have nothing to do. It's all on your coach now. You literally become more robotic than you have become your entire prep. You literally just get your last training sessions in. You fucking pose in front of him when he asks you to, and it just repeat the process every single day. and whatever happens, happens. And you should not be stressed about that.
Yeah,
That's
I
some
mean,
wise shit, man.
yeah, that's the truth. I mean, the number one thing that you can't control, that you can control, that people seem to never have a really grip on, is the stress factor in their life. And I think that's the biggest factor that plays a role in whether people hit their peak, nail it, or fucking don't nail it. Because every situation I've been in where it's been, whether it's a girl, a family, or something not going right, it parlays over into the show. And it determines whether the peak hits or the peak. I've obviously missed, but the first time I ever really missed a peak was my first Olympia. I worked at factory. He gave me insulin and I peaked too early and I ended up crashing a little bit from the insulin, having to overeat, and then ended up having a film of water. And I took 13th, I think, in my first Olympia. That was my worst placing I've ever taken. But once that happened and I knew I peaked, my stress level went fucking through the roof because I was like, how am I going to get back to where I just was? And I didn't. So the outside variable of the stress is in my opinion, it's over the drugs, over the diet, over the cardio, over the water, because those things can be perfect. The outside variable stimulus that you can't control, which is the stress, is the thing that ruins 99% of clients, and they don't understand that. They think a lot of times if it's an issue, that it's the coach's issue, but a lot of times it's the outside stimulus that's causing the greatest effect, and that's causing a negative effect in their prep. I mean, that's from what I've seen. Right.
I agree.
Now, when you guys go, and I know we've been on here a long time, but there's so many questions I still have, so I'm not going to keep you guys for too long. How do you guys create your mesocycle? Because I think that's one of the most important things that people have asked me. They're like, well, how did Jared incorporate your mesocycle, or how did he do your split? And my answer is, I don't know. He just did it. I just followed. I really don't know how he did it. So is there a method, or does a lot of I know you hate saying method. Is there an ideology of how you set up the split, or is everybody split kind of similar, or is it based off of what they want, or is it based off of the program itself?
So we have like pre-made splits in the app that if you really don't know what the fuck's going on, just look through them and see how many times a day you want, or how many times a week you want to train. We have like options for 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x. And then it's like what muscle groups you want to emphasize, de-emphasize, and it'll make you a split, and you can see it, and then you can modify it a little bit before, be like, it's too much chest and not enough triceps. You modify it, and then you hit the program, and it runs. So we already put our wisdom into the app, and actually, TMI, but in the next few months, the app's going to be getting a big upgrade, and there's going to be way more splits preloaded in. The way Jared and I make our own splits is we've arrived at a way of training for us that seems to work best for us. And Jared and I don't have the same ideal split by a long shot. One of the reasons is we don't recover at the same rate. Another reason is we emphasize different muscles. Some of our muscles get beat up more than others. And some of, Jared and I don't have the same priorities on what we want to grow and shit like that. And so it ends up being like Jared's shoulders. He does like a set of laterals and they grow. I bend over to pick something up and my spinal erectors grow, but Jared's back is, you know what I'm saying? It exists. And my shoulders just kind of blend right into my arms, and I might not have shoulders as far as I can tell. So it's one of those things where if you need more work somewhere and your muscles are really fatigue resistant, you might have to do more work than someone else. And then they look at you and you're like, that muscle's not even that big. Have you tried low volume? And guess, motherfucker, I've tried low volume and my back was fucking way tinier before. So you have to make adjustments for yourself. But split wise, generally speaking, on average, you're going to train with 2 to 4 times per week per muscle group. So you can train legs twice or 3 times or 4 times. 4 is unusual for people whose legs are big enough to need more recovery time. And so anywhere between 2 or 4 times, you can train a muscle once per week. If you're Nick Walker size, that can work really well. His muscles are so big, it takes time for them to recover. Like if your biceps are this fucking big, it's not going to take you fucking, oh, those are huge, man. Don't flex on me, guy. Hey, I'm from the fucking streets. Don't fucking flex on me.
Oh, fuck with me.
Motherfucker. So 2 to 4 times a week. And then when you get to the actual exercises, we like to do, generally speaking, 1 to 3 exercises per muscle group per session, because there's only so much volume your muscles can handle. And that's generally somewhere between, on average, 3 to 12 sets per muscle per session. And unless you do a set per exercise and switch and re-warm up on a different exercise, which in my view is just annoying at best, you can get a lot of work done with just a few exercises as long as you're hitting the main components of the muscle. So like if you do a flat press of some kind, you do an incline fly of some kind,
Yep.
if your chest is pumped and engorged is going to get sore, you're fucking good. Like you're done.
Yeah.
Guys are in the gym for 6 fucking hours doing this fucking shit, this fucking shit. I gotta hit the shit with my fucking wrists like this. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it could be simpler. Now, can it be more complicated? Sure. There's a difference between what you have to have and what you can have as an option. Like
Yeah.
as a bodybuilder, for example, if you make meals, you could just make some fucking rice and some fucking chicken, throw a little broccoli in there, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
Can you spend time putting a fucking poached egg in the shit if the macros are good, frying your rice up, putting some pasta in there, putting some flavorings? Yes. Is it required? No. In the gym, you can keep it as simple as you want. We generally like to keep it simpler, but a cool part of the app is like you can make it as complex as you want. We start from simple and we go from there. And a lot of times, if your shit gets too complicated, break it down into some simple shit. You go in there, 6 sessions a week, do chest and triceps one day, back and biceps and shoulders another day, legs another day. You do that twice a week. You have 3 to 6 sets per muscle per session, hard fucking sets, 2 or 3 exercises per muscle that you split those sets into. You're fucking golden. That kind of is where most of the time we start with some shit.
So
Guy, where the fuck are you? Are you in a house where like a cocaine dealer used to live or some shit?
I'm in PJ. So PJ's parents moved out of this house and they got a new place, and they were renting this for like it was the lease didn't end for whenever. So they're like, if you want to come down for a week and stay and do some filming, they're like, you can stay in our house. So they left me couches, a bed, some utensils, and I just was like, fuck it, I'll stay here.
It's nice. It looks like a house in which adult films have been filmed.
It might have been. There's a few fucking just couches randomly in white walls, so you never know what happened to this house.
Just don't touch anything with your hands. You'll be good.
No, I got the fucking blue light in here, the little neon light, see all the stains. But so about training partners, Nick trains by himself for the most part. I have a training partner. My training partner during this mesocycle was following everything that I was doing. But like you said, he's got different needs than I do. And being retired, I try not to push super heavy weight because of how I'm training now. And I'm trying to focus on the eccentric and not just throwing around the weight. And, sometimes I'm stronger. Sometimes he's stronger. He has different things he needs to work on, my buddy Joe, than I do. So if two people are training together, but have different needs, how does the mesocycle get set up if they want to train? Like we train together every day. So he follows my lead. However, sometimes I'm like, he doesn't need those things that I need and vice versa. So how do you go about breaking it up like that?
I think it's like a marriage or a relationship where the shit that you do together, but you don't have to do everything together. So like if Jared and I train together, or sometimes we live together, like he'll come to Vegas for a month or so to do some filming, or he'll come stay with us in Michigan. And Jared will just sit down and he's like, what do you like? What's your shit look like? And we'll have mesos already, or we'll build a meso together where like some of the shit we'll do together. Like we both start with incline press, we go to incline flies. After that, Jared's got a little weird thing in his elbow. He can't do skull crushers. And I have a weird thing in my shoulder. I can't do overhead extensions. So he does overhead extensions. I do skull crushers. Then we come back for forearms and we do the same forearm exercise. Okay. So it's totally cool to do some shit that your training partner does and also not the same shit. And sometimes they might have they come in a PM session, or one of their days looks very different from yours, but another one of their days looks identical to yours. So it has to be one of those things like anytime I see people with training partners doing the identical shit, dude, there's people with training partners do the same weight for their training partner and them. Like totally cool if they do more reps or fewer reps, but also like it's generally not ideal. Like if Nick and I were training arms together, I can't keep up with Nick's arms are the size of my fucking body. I'm not going to use the same weights. That's nuts, right? But some people will like that's the worst. You guys ever seen that shit when two people of pretty different sizes train together and the guy's like, I'm using 90s and the other guy's like, me too, and you're like, you dumb motherfucker, you need to use the 30s. Get the fuck up out of here. And like it's like training partners doesn't mean you're attached at the hip. It means whatever you're gonna do together, you do together. But like if I'm doing skull crushers and Jared isn't, he still might peek over and look at my technique, or I might ask him for a spot, and then we're still there together as friends. Anytime I'm 10 feet away from Jared or closer, I feel great. When he gets 10 feet or further away from me, I feel like he's going to leave me for another man. And I just get jealous, fellas. Like, I don't know what to say about it. I just get weird.
Most relationships in my life.
Listen, you always have me if Jared leaves you, so don't worry about it.
Hey, I feel so good in my heart. We'll call
I
it
think
my heart.
I think the closest way to get to the ideal like training partner situation where you're doing most of the same shit, training age, muscle size, and just like if you're both massing at the same time, cutting at the same time, things like that.
It's tough if one of you is massing and one of you is dieting down. It can be a bit of a different.
Yeah.
But basically, there are frequencies per muscle groups per average for somebody who's, let's say, an intermediate 175 to 190 pound natural bodybuilder. Their frequencies and shit probably look very fucking similar. So they might run like a quote unquote push pull legs, or like upper lower split. And if their training partner's doing the same thing and they want similar growth or whatever, like hell yeah, they can go in, train the same muscle groups per day, set that shit up really fucking similar, like you and your training partner are doing. Like you guys are similar strength, similar experiences. And if there's one or two exercises where like that hurts my shoulder and he wants to do it, like okay, cool. You spot him, he spots you whenever you do your shit. And that's probably the easiest way to get to like a true training partner relationship. Like when me and Nick train together, I'm just potentially doing one or two more sets than he is, because if he does, he'll fuck his shit up for 3 weeks. If I do 2 more sets, my quads aren't nearly as big as Nick's yet. So I'm good to go. So those are the little modifications we make whenever we train together. Like he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 1 set of hack squats now. And I'm like, oh, I can't have hack squats in this mesocycle. So you do your hack squat, I'm gonna do Smith squat, all good. Or he'll be like, fuck it, I'll just Smith squat today. So it's totally fine to have training partners like that.
Yeah. So we've been on a while. So what if you guys could give one piece of advice in training, whether it's with our RP hypertrophy or just in general, what's the one piece of advice you guys kind of hang your hat on? Nick included.
I'll say
You go first, Mike.
Sure. Remember why you're in the gym. You're in the gym to stimulate your biceps or to stimulate your shoulders or stimulate your lats. And if the techniques and the ranges of motion and the cadence, eccentric, etc., concentric, if the shit you're using is hitting up that muscle and really fucking it up and it's easy on your joints, it's all right answers. And if the shit you're using is just like feeding your ego, you're trying to impress someone, you're trying to lift more weight for its own sake, then you forgot why the fuck you were in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, you got a specific objective, so use your mind muscle connection, use your wisdom, use, if you want, the RP hypertrophy app, and it can get you to fuck up the muscle that is the target with the least amount of damage to your joints and fatigue to the system. If you forget while you're at the gym, then you could do all kinds of dumb shit and lead yourself astray. Like, you start warming up for leg press, it feels great, you know 6 plates is going to fuck up your quads and be great for your knees, but some guy's doing 7 plates next to you and there's a fucking girl watching and you're like, man, fuck this clown. You do 8 plates and it hits you up, it's good for your quads, but like your knees hurt a little bit, you know, and then next time your workout isn't as good and you're like, god damn it, I should have just fucking stuck to the shit I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, put your hoodie up, whatever, yeah, put your headphones in, but remember, you're there to stimulate the muscle and stay connected to what you're doing in there and don't just fucking go in there and do dumb shit.
Jared?
Yeah, very similar. Just like find your why. Basically what Mike said, find your why. Because he's saying remember why you're there. But if you don't know why you're there in the first place, like maybe you don't know your why yet. Find your why. And if your why is this is for enjoyment and lifelong longevity and just having fun, hell yeah. I'm sure you want some muscle growth in there, so maybe listen to some of the shit we say. Maybe throw in some shit that you find fun. I know people who just do CrossFit for fun 2 days a week. 3 other days they're training hypertrophy and they're doing the hypertrophy shit when they're trying to grow muscle. They're really fucking honing in and using all these techniques and shit like that we say. And whenever they're going to have fun with the fucking CrossFit group class, they go do that. So a lot of people are just training just because they want, 1, to look good naked, and 2, to have some fun. And if that's your why, fuck yeah. If your why during any certain period of time in your life is I want to grow more muscle, here's the place to listen. Like come listen to these types of podcasts and shit. If your why is I want to beat Nick Walker in 5 years, good luck. Nick's
Good luck, motherfucker.
Then maybe really pay attention to the fucking shit that we're saying and exactly what Mike just said. Hone in, stay focused, and if you're feeling shit and joints and not the muscles, well, probably doing something wrong. So yeah.
What about you, Nick?
I think for me, it's something we probably already knew, but I really just applied it as much as I could during this off season and prep, and less is more.
Yeah,
You know,
you've
I've been
actually
able
said that a lot.
with doing, I'd say a little more frequency and really pay attention to connecting with the muscle as much as possible for range of motion and all that. Less has become more for me overall, and I think I've progressed the most. And I have not had the longest off season, hands down. It was really short because I did the Arnold, and basically it was like a 3-month little break, I guess you could say. And I think I've made the most progress in that short amount of time that I did my entire off season of last year, which was a year.
Yeah.
Nick, I remember when you posted on Instagram, you were like, Arnold's over, time to chill out a little bit. And then I swear to God, it felt so fast. You were like, time for prep. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, prepping again. Yeah, so for me, the one piece of advice I tell everybody, don't train hard just because there's a camera on you. Meaning when the camera's off, you got to be focused just as much as the camera's on you, because we live in a moment where if it's not filmed, it didn't happen, or if the camera's not rolling, or you got to work in silence. And I believe in that. However, I also believe in the process, and I believe in being a weightlifter before a bodybuilder. And if you don't love the process more than the stage, then you're doing something extremely wrong. Like for me, the reason why I was a good bodybuilder wasn't because I was genetically gifted, wasn't because I was superior in something, but what I did was I made sure that my gym was my focus. And the gym being my focus was the reason why I was able to be a good bodybuilder, because that's where I executed in my eyes excellence, and out trained and outworked and outsmarted people in the gym. And nowadays I see that more people do that, and it's a facade because the camera's on. They don't really believe in what they're doing in the gym. They just do it for a show, for a like, for a click, for money, for monetary value, and not because they truly love being in the gym. And I feel like if you love being in the gym as much as you love being on stage, your body will actually show it. And the people that love bodybuilding more than they love being in the gym, that also shows on stage as well. But listen, you guys actually gave me a lot of insight. I think a lot of people needed to hear this stuff, because me and Nick have talked about this countless times on Mutant in the Mouth, and people were like asking me millions of questions that I couldn't answer. When I asked Nick, who do you want to have on the podcast? He took the words right out of my mouth. He goes, Nick and Mike have been asked about multiple times, so let's have them on. So I really appreciate you guys coming on. Sorry about the little glitches earlier, because I'm in a new place with no internet. So I'm glad we were able to get this knocked out. But I appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day up on mine and Nick's podcast and really explain the methodologies and the reasons and the why behind our PI hypertrophy. And for people asking me all the time, people are like, what's the app? What's the app? And I know it's a little confusing on how to get the app. So can you give the guys, before we leave, a little idea of how you go about actually downloading the app on the phone?
Yes,
because that's been the hardest thing to explain to people.
Yeah, you just go to the YouTube, Renaissance Periodization YouTube, or just type in Dr. Mike, lifting, anything, Jared Feather. The YouTube will come up. Go to any one of our videos that's recent. The first link in the description is the app. You just click on that, and it'll just talk you through the rest of it. And when you get the app, it's a web app, so it comes up on your browser. Just hit download to home screen. Every phone has it, and then it's instantly like a real app, and it comes up on your phone, and it knows.
Yep, and it looks like, once you guys do it, it actually looks like this. So you guys know it's the app right there. Right there.
No, that's Pornhub, dude.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Right there. So that was the hardest question people had. They were like, well, where's the app? I can't find the app. The app's not in the app store. So go to the YouTube page. It's the first fucking link there. Click it and then share it and add it to your home screen, and it'll be right there like it is on mine. So we got the owners of RP Hypertrophy. We got Dr. Mike, and we have Jared Feather here, and we appreciate you guys for coming on Mutant in the Mouth and giving.
Thank you guys.
And hopefully the RP Hypertrophy app will be the reason behind 2023 Mr. Olympia Nick Walker's win in a few months. So from myself, the Mouth, and the Mutant himself, we appreciate you guys. So this is Mutant in the Mouth. Dr. Mike and Jared Feathers, RP Hypertrophy. Check them out. We're signing off. Appreciate you guys for coming on, and stay tuned for more episodes with me, Nick, and new guests to come on Mutant in the Mouth. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. So God bless, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye-bye now.